Nothing's wrong.
Nothing's wrong. We're back.
We're back. Bro, I can tell I haven't drawn today.
Yeah, dude.
I can tell. But maybe you can tell too.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I haven't even started trying to draw yet today, and I'm already feeling like.
Oh, chat. Like, if you're the type of person that takes like really like long breaks between drawings, like it's so normal.
It's death.
It's like, oh.
I hate it.
I hate it too. Hey, Vaughn. Hey, Ari.
Hate it.
I know.
Hate it.
It's like,
I hate it when I haven't drawn for a while and I lose everything I've ever known about art.
but we're trying to. But you know, on the positive note, at least we're drawing again.
Well, technically, I did a couple of figure drawings the other day for the first time in. I haven't done figure drawing for weeks and weeks. Chat, you want to see what my figure drawings look like when I haven't done them for like months? This is my first round of 2-minute figures back after I haven't drawn figure drawing for months. It's better than I used to do, but I'm very rusty.
Oh my gosh, I really like that second, the standing
Which
one.
That one?
Up
that
there.
one?
Yeah, that one. That
you
one's
like
my
that
favorite.
one.
That
I'm
one's
glad
my
you like it
favorite.
because I didn't like it.
What do you not like about it?
I don't know. I kind of like this one. I never finished it though. I don't remember
really
what
like
she
that
was
one,
doing.
too.
Maybe something like,
Yeah, probably
something like that.
That feels good. That feels good.
I'll just add that there.
Yeah.
We'll say this one was 123 seconds.
You know, that could probably be part of the homework.
But yeah, very I need to start doing figure drawing again.
Our theme is going to be heads today, but I know that a lot of people like asking about bodies. Are these from imagination? No, those
these
figure drawings
are
were not.
these are from poses. These are 2-minute figure drawings from reference.
Yeah.
I have a little figure drawing app that changes between photos, and I'll set it up for a while. Funny enough, these were actually my warm-ups before. Oh, what's this?
What is this? What was that? What was that?
It says our live is restricted.
Why?
Body exposure.
What?
Sexualized behaviors.
What?
Which is not true in the
That's
slightest.
literally
for some
not
reason.
even true.
Hold on.
Well,
I
do we have to
wonder-
restart our stream?
Maybe I
it
might want to see if I don't know where I can
Appeal it?
if I can appeal it or not. It's so annoying. TikTok is so annoying sometimes.
Man, that's really annoying. That is really, really annoying.
How do I? Yeah, it might be worth restarting our stream on TikTok.
Okay.
So annoying.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll just kind of see how it goes. I don't know.
No, TikTok is just super.
Super strict.
Super. It's not strict.
Inconsistent.
It's inconsistent.
Yeah.
What is this?
I don't know. New music that I added because I thought it sounded interesting.
There we go. I don't know. I can't find anything in terms of issues or whatever.
Yeah. Hey, Angelica.
I don't know, honestly. I don't have any idea why I can't find anywhere to appeal that, and it doesn't tell you exactly what they're even doing. It just says restricted. It's like, is it age restricted? Is it restricted for the FYP? Is it like they don't tell you?
Yeah, they don't say anything.
You all right?
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal is. Oh well. Well, do you want to just restart and just kind of? I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
I might restart the live on TikTok. I'm not sure. We might like stop it, wait 10 minutes, and then restart it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly. Because it didn't say how it was restricted exactly.
Yeah. I mean, we're still getting people coming in, but
I mean, are we though?
are we? Yeah, I don't know.
Like, we don't really know much about that. Like,
Yeah,
it could be
that's true.
mostly followers, or it could be whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll wait a little bit and see.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah. It's so dumb. You can't even
It is
show
dumb.
like mannequin figure drawings. That's
I know,
stupid.
right? But like literally, I've been drawing like these mannequin figurines, like figures all the time on live stream. Like I'll go like this.
Yeah, anyways,
Yeah.
it's not restricted, not for you.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah, we're doing a little bit of drawing on the stream, and TikTok's just like, oh, your life's restricted now because there's naked people on your stream. And it's just like, no, there's not, dude. There never was. There never even almost was. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I know, right?
And then people come in anyways.
I know.
Joe showed up on your FYP. That's good. Do you
Well, that's
follow
good.
us or do you not follow us? Because I wonder.
Yeah, I wonder. I guess to kind of get a little bit warmed up with some lessons, I
Don't
can cover a
follow?
little bit
Okay.
about eyes. Don't follow? Okay.
Okay, sweet. I
Nice.
mean, it sucks that you don't follow us. You know, that'd be awesome if you did. But the fact that you don't, I guess it's still getting sent out. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. I'll tell you some tips about how I draw eyes. I think about.
Aw, thank you very much.
What's up?
I'll follow.
Oh, thank you, thank
great.
you.
Okay.
Eyes. Eyes, yeah. Just a little warm up. I like to think of eyes like 4 different points. And so I'll take those 4 different points and I'll stretch them. So like if you want to do more anime style eyes, you can think about it like that. This right here tends to be the inner corner of the eye. Then it arches. Then it comes to a point. And then lower lid is short. Then the side is long. So there's a lot of like short, long, short, long. I covered this in the school, but here's a short line. Here's a long line. Here's a short line. And here's a long line. And then it ends up becoming more of like a trapezoid. Like, wait, that's not a trapezoid I want to talk about. Because more like a rhombus.
Oh, yeah.
And so then you can take these 4 points and then stretch them like this. And then so you can start those shapes and you can round them. You can do whatever. As long as they have the components of an eye, like an upper lid, lower lid, you're basically good. So let me copy and paste that. And you can create a lot of moods. Like this one to me looks very bright and cheerful. And so then you can thicken the lash. You know, add some extra lashes, like, you know, one towards the front, one towards the back, an eyelid. And it's starting to look more like an eye now. So, like, that's my little tip. And you can be this can also help you with same face syndrome. So if you suck at, like, drawing different types of faces, just changing even the shapes of the eyes on the different face, like, or on the same face can look really different. But yes, thank you for the follows, guys.
Appreciate it. Mm-hmm. The funny thing is TikTok's like, your life is now restricted, and then all these new people come in and start following.
I know, right? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Restricted
breaking.
to only the cool people on TikTok.
I know, right?
That's what they meant. Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody.
And so you'll see eyes like this too, where it's like more cartoonish. I don't know, like kind of Disney or like Five Nights at Freddy's kind of vibe. Then you'll get this more narrow vibe. But like I'm just tweaking. I'm tweaking shapes. You can even get like really odd shapes. But like odd shapes are fun. You can even use these shapes for perspective. So like if you suck at drawing eyes from different angles, you can just look at the shape, see how it's distorted. So like rather than thinking about the details of the eye, you're thinking what shape does this whole thing create? Oh, here's my center line. Okay, so my eye looks like this shape. It's like a hexagon that's kind of stretched to the side like this. And then the other eye is like a very squished version of it. But they're the same height. Ah, okay. So then, once you have the main shapes, then you just fill in the blanks. The brush you need the brush. Yes, absolutely. You can get
Sounds
it here.
good. Yep, you can get it on our site, drawanime.com.
Mm-hmm.
Are you using the Blade one today?
Yes, I'm using Blade 1 today.
Nice.
I'm kind of a little bit tired of not being able to give the brush that I used to
Yeah,
use.
it's completely free, by the way. You
Yes,
can just
it is.
download it from there. It's like a Google Drive link.
Yeah.
Someone said, how do you draw a made headband at a 3/4 view?
Ooh.
I honestly really quickly feel like I'm kind of wondering what headband you mean. But, like, the way that I would draw it is like a strip like this. So this is basically a folded piece of paper, right? It's like kind of a chunk of a cylinder like this, but it's shortened a lot. I'll draw that a little bit neater for you.
A Lolita one? Well, it's probably a frilly one then.
A chunk of a cylinder that's shortened. Yes, we'll get to the frilly part.
Mm-hmm.
But these art is a very what's the word? Process driven. So we can draw this chunk. We can cut it like this.
Ah.
There's the headband part. And then I don't know exactly, like some of them go like this. And then they have frills like that.
Yeah, that's a pretty common.
Others will kind of have a line right here, and then it will go like that, and then the frill is along that part.
Like a bonnet.
Like a bonnet style. So like I would just say, what exactly do you want to do? And figure out how to construct it in 3D out of like really simple primitive forms like this. So let's just say that you want the one, I don't know. You want the one that comes out. So like what I would do is I would go new curve out the back, comes over like this. Make the one on the front. We could create like a little, I don't know what this is, like a little trapezoid shape here.
Oh, trapezoid.
Right? New curve on the front. Here's your point. Bring it out, over, and down like this. And let me switch brushes for eraser so I can keep things tidy. Right? So this is like our first part of the construction. And now you take this line here and you add whatever ruffle you want. So it could be a ruffle that's like this. It could be a ruffle that's like
little
this,
puzzle pieces.
like a little puzzle piece ruffle, right? So let's just do that, right? And so to me, seems like it would probably start off maybe a little bit smaller. And again, these are going to come out like this, right?
We'll have we have a few questions.
Sounds good.
Some people are asking, how do you color a face? We can probably get to that. Could you talk about how you could choose the right colors and saturation for a drawing? Yeah, we can talk about that.
Right.
Sounds like a fun topic.
It is. It is. I'm a little bit distracted with this question because I kind of wanted to figure out how to draw one.
Yeah, for sure. If you want to get those questions answered, feel free to stay until we do.
Right. And so all these will get pulled back.
Might want to zoom out just a tiny bit. There we go.
This is how I would construct one, right? You could build this at literally any angle. You could do it from like the side, like this, right? Here's the bonnet thing from the side. There's that. There's this. And then the ruffles would be like that. Here's it from a 3/4 angle, which is actually kind of like what the question was. So that's why I kind of built it from this angle. And you can have these coming out. And then, of course, you'll see the ruffles more from the back. So it'll be like this. Kind of like that. Instead of the front, which would be, you would actually see the other side, which would kind of be like that. So think about what direction you're looking at this things from. And then construct it out of primitive forms. Right?
Are these live streams on YT? Yes.
Yes.
Same name, Draw Anime Academy on there.
So I'll just kind of finish this quickly. All right, there we go.
Ooh, pretty. And then what will look like a maid is if you turn the strap black and the ruffles white. Yep, there we go.
And then we can just fill it in. And we also have everything we need to start lighting it as well because we know all the primitive forms. But that's how I would draw one of those things.
Yeah.
And if it's longer, you draw it longer, right? If it's shorter, you draw it shorter. If it's different, if it's at a different angle, you draw it different. Like, we're just building these things out of really primitive forms.
And what I would even do is before you even draw the hair, for example, because hair can overcomplicate it, you can draw the strap or that little section around the head like this. And then you can add on top that ruffle.
Yeah.
And it's the same concept, but you're not adding hair. You'll add hair afterwards. But yeah, like Colton explained it really, really well.
I'm more of a constructor. Like, I construct things.
There were some questions about how to choose colors, which I feel like could be interesting. How to shade faces or color faces.
Colors and saturation for a drawing, that would definitely be dependent on the lighting situation.
It would.
Like, Are you shining a yellowish light at someone? Are you shining a bluish or cool light at someone? Like, cool lights are going to suppress certain colors and emphasize others, and warm lights are going to suppress certain colors and emphasize others.
Yeah.
Like, if you shine a warm light on, you know, an object that's like yellow or orange, it's really going to emphasize it. If you shine a cool light on a warm object, it's going to kind of tone down those warms and bring them more towards gray.
Yeah. It's really difficult sometimes because you will have like a general idea of how like fair or how dark the skin is, or the specific color of something is on the face. But then once you change the environment, like those colors will also shift.
Yeah, they're all
So,
relative.
You
Like,
have to, yeah.
you can tell the color of something based on the other colors around it. Like, if you just kind of have a color in isolation as a swatch, like, that color could be turned into a lot of different colors, like,
Yeah.
to your brain.
I mean, one example that I like to do is, let's say if I want like a medium skin tone. So it's like it's warm, it's like an olive skin tone, like a warmish skin tone. So like, okay, that's where I'm going to start. Have a starting point. You know, is it more on the pinkish side or is it more on the tannish side? And is the tannish side more on the orangish side? You know, so that's what I think about, like in terms of base colors. So like generally I'll just fill my colors like this.
Yeah. Is there an echo for anyone else, or is it just the person, this one person?
Oh. Let's give her green eyes. Kind of just do an arbitrary skin tone for
Oh,
now.
yeah. And we do have a school online, by the way.
Yes, we do. That
Teach a
covers
lot of this kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No echo for you. Sounds good.
Yep.
I don't see anything that would imply there's an echo on our end. So maybe refresh your app, I would say. No echo. Operator error. It's a funny way to say it. That's good. I'm glad you got it fixed. I just wish I could draw a head shape correctly. Draw a lot of them.
Draw a lot of them. I would say have a lot of references. If you're trying to draw it completely from imagination, you have no idea what you're doing. That can be a very big problem.
It's
So
hard.
It's
Like-
really hard. It is really hard.
Drawing a head shape correctly is not easy. It's not as simple as just memorizing a shape. It's actually a form drawing issue. So if you want to draw it at different angles, you have to understand the form and how to draw it. It's really difficult.
Yeah.
It's really,
it is.
really difficult. It's definitely not an easy task to draw it. Like, you can memorize a shape to draw it from one single angle, but as soon as the person turns their head, it falls apart.
Yep.
So the solution to that is learning dimensional drawing,
Yes.
which is really hard.
You know, we teach that in our school. It is one of the key skills to learn if you want to start with drawing.
Yeah, like, you draw a circle. Which way is this circle facing? It's actually a sphere, right? Like,
Yeah.
you go head facing that way. Same circle. You go, no, it's actually facing down. Right? It's actually facing whatever, the side. Right? Like, this is form drawing. Like, this is thinking in 3D and rotating objects around.
And by the way, if you want to draw like more adult men or even
Yep.
more mature female faces, you do this kind of head. You can use that as a benchmark.
Or like the anime style face, it's got a much shorter chin, so it'll be like probably like this. And it'll be more like that. But it's still form drawing, right? Like,
Yeah.
no matter what, if you draw a couple of these at angles, you're like, right? Like, there's that form drawing, right?
Yeah. Form drawing is so underrated.
Yeah. It is very, very underrated. It's something that you really have to learn how to do over time. You have to practice it. It's like a language.
And Demi, you know, your question of how to draw body in any angle, that's form drawing right there. You need to understand how the body is simplified into different forms, right? And then
Yeah.
if you know how to draw a box and cylinders in perspective, you can draw a body in perspective.
Yep.
Because a body is just a combination of those forms.
Yeah. And when you understand how to draw the form, it becomes very easy. It becomes a lot easier to fix things as you go. Like,
Yeah.
things don't have to be the perfect shape to start because you can just fix it as you go along. Like, this head looks kind of weird, so I can just be like, I can adjust the form as we go along. So being able to draw something at different angles has to do with, form drawing, aka perspective, but it's kind of like a different area of perspective that has to do with like organic forms, three-dimensional volumes.
You know, for back to a little bit on the color part, like I like to think of it like this. You can think of your colors as what it would look like in a neutral setting, and then you would take that relationship and put it in a different setting. So like, oh, if I want this character to be put in a darker setting, well, this color around it is going to affect these colors, because right now these colors don't match. They don't feel like they're in this darker environment. So what I do is I'll take this like color and just like try to make it so that it's interacting with the original base colors. And you can see that it feels like now it's more cohesive, but I didn't really do anything. All I just did was I added a bluer tint, and also blue tends to darken things, and it tends to desaturate warm things. So like when you have cool against warm, like they'll get some kind of desaturation or saturation effect. Like if you put this in a much warmer environment, it will become even warmer. So let me see here.
How do you deal with perfectionism and fear of failure when drawing? The way that I deal with it personally is the more you fail, the faster you get better, because it's one of those, it's a skill that you learn from messing up and trying new things. So it's actually a good thing. And you're kind of trained to be afraid of failure and not like it. But in reality, a lot of skills, you build them by failing. So I don't even think, like, in that sense, it's not even considering failing, right? It's literally considering, it's like succeeding, because if you're drawing and messing up, you are successfully learning how to draw. So I don't know, like, I told myself that long enough and have seen enough progress and improvement and growth that I legitimately believe that. Like, the more you mess up, the more you learn, the faster you learn.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, like, and based on a lot of experience, and I've taught students for a really long time, because every single time you mess up on something, it's an opportunity to learn and improve.
Really is. I'm just going to put this back into the darker environment again.
Yeah, so, like, if you're struggling with something, it's, like, big breakthrough territory.
Yeah. So, not being in the environment, once I add a darker blue with multiply, because it's easier to use, and I start putting this color over, relationship's still the same. Still light against dark, light against dark, light against dark.
Yeah.
But blue or
slide the iPad over in color samples, show them like the different colors of stuff. They can't see it on TikTok.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. So wait, you want to do that? Okay, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah. So you can see that, you know, the colors are different. This is like literally just turned into like a grayish yellow.
Yep.
Versus a very, you know, a very vibrant yellow like this. And this skin tone is.
What about the third one?
What?
The hair.
Oh, here.
For the third one.
Third one, much warmer.
Orange.
Orange. Yeah.
It's like orange versus gray versus yellow.
Yep. Everything has literally desaturated, right? Even the green. Well, the green kind of stayed in saturation because it's kind of close to the blue.
Did it become a cooler green?
It became a cooler green.
Yeah.
So
now, it's like relativity. Yeah. It's like your brain decides what colors are based on the other colors that are around them.
Yeah.
This is really, really important when it comes to painting. Mm-hmm. It's why things like things like this are so important, because in real life you don't think about it, but when it comes to painting you have to consciously decide these things. So it's the same exact thing, right? Like, look, you color sample this, it's very gray. Yeah. You color sample this one, look at the jump, right? The cool side, green, red.
Literally, but it feels red.
It feels red because the other colors around it are telling you it's red.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Green, it's yellow, but I just color sample it and it's green. I color sample it here and look, it's like orangish red. But your brain tells you it's the same color because of the colors you're comparing it to around it. Mm-hmm. This is what Christina's talking about, and it's absolutely applicable to anime as well, like anime style. And like, it's super, super important when you want to paint and color things.
Well, something that I've noticed is if you have like a cool tone and then you, I don't know, have a cooler background, you'll generally get a more intensified cooler tone. Let me see here. Like, I'm just kind of, whoa. What is this? Oh, it's because I'm on multiply. 1 second. I gotta merge all this. And I put my dark over on top. Like, it'll still kind of remain cool. But if I put this green in a red background and I place this same green, I'm doing this wrong. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to use a warmer background. Once I color this over, it desaturates and it like warms it up. So it's like warm and cool can have different effects on each other. It's kind of interesting that way.
And your light and your ambient colors affect this stuff, by the way.
Yeah.
So like my suggestion is you start with, in your mind, you can make a swatch of it if you want, the color that you want, right? So let's just say, I don't know, we got a background, right? So here's a background, and we got a ball on that background. So here's our ball. This is our character's head or something, right? And so we go, what color is this ball, right? Let's just make it like orange or something, right? So here's the local color of the ball, or maybe we'll make it like bluish.
Without any like outside effects.
Yes, this is the actual color of the ball itself, right? So we'll go in here and we'll make the ball that color. But this ball, the true color of it may never actually show up in your art, right? Just like this, you know it's red, but when I color sample it, it's like almost gray. And when I color sample this side, it's literally green, almost gray. And when I color sample the top, that's it. I'll show this bigger for people in the back. This red, very, very close to gray. But in your brain, you know that this chunk of the square is probably like this. Right? You're like, the chunk of the square is this. But this actual color of red may never show up once in your image, but you still need to know it because other things are affecting it and bringing it somewhere else, right? So we color sample this. This is red. Like if you were to take this and you were to just draw a swatch right here, like, and you tell someone like, what is this color? They'd be like, I don't know, maybe like a brownish gray, the stuff I feed my cats. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like gruel. But in this painting, it's red because of the contextual colors around it, like what you're comparing it to. And your brain tells you that. Otherwise, if you saw a soccer ball at night, you wouldn't be able to tell it was a soccer ball. You're like, I thought soccer balls were black and white. That's not black and white. It's a Frieren piece, right? Is Frieren's hair blue? Is Frieren's hair blue? No, it's white. But you know she's in a shadow. Right? So it's like your brain understands this stuff so incredibly well, but when you paint it, you take it for granted in real life. You have to know it and apply it when you're actually painting. That's why it's so hard. It's like counterintuitive, right? Again, Frieren's hair is blue.
Yeah.
Right? We got, I don't know, Walter White Frieren hair. It's blue. Why is this blue? Because it's in the shadow, right? And the sky is lighting her hair in the shadow. Yeah. And then in the light, guess what Frieren's hair is? Much more white. It's being lit by a warm light, so we've got it coming into yellow. And when your brain sees those next to each other, it goes, I get it. I've seen this before. Last time I laid in a grassy field under a tree, I've seen this. Your brain knows it.
How do I know where to put highlights and shadow on hair and body? I struggle with that a lot, with lighting a lot. You have to know the angle of your light, but also understanding how to shade primitive forms. So in our school, for example, we don't get you to just paint a background all of a sudden or like a character all of a sudden. Like, we have you go through this.
Art is very process driven.
Yep.
And you go through a series of basics before you get to the really fancy, pretty stuff. It's like, before you write a novel, you have to learn how to spell words as a child.
Yep.
Before you write a novel, you have to learn the alphabet. Before you write a novel, like otherwise, what do you write the novel with? People are like, I want to write a novel, but it's like if you don't even know how to speak a language at all, like how could you?
Yeah. So I would recommend, get a sphere and a cube and light them.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Better yet, get yourself one of these. You can get these on our TikTok shop. This is exactly what our head models are used for.
I love it, dude.
They're so perfect.
I'm so glad we made those.
I know. I'm so glad we made them too.
Yeah.
But like,
it's an online school, so it's
Yes.
kind of like a recorded college that you can go through at your own pace.
yeah.
It's like if you wish you could go to art school, but you can't, and so you get this
Yeah.
because you can go through it at your own pace and from the comfort of your own living room or bedroom.
So like, knowing where your light source is. Where is it? It's coming from the top, coming from the side. Those will change and affect the shadows. If you're trying to imagine your light and you're taking it for granted, it won't work.
Yeah, I agree. Bump. Color theory is so awesome, man.
Yeah, it really is.
Right, that's username. Huh? Oh, we're gonna do artist breakdowns another stream probably. When I'm drawing eyebrows, should I do strokes as if I were doing individual hairs, or how does one make nice eyebrows? Either way.
Either way, you can go like very graphic, like shape based, and then maybe add like little
Yep.
like that. Could work.
That works really well because you're also like using shape and line, and the brain likes variety. So if you're using different sizes of strokes and shapes, it just looks good.
Yeah.
But you don't have to. Like you could just use a shape.
Yeah, you can just use a shape like this. Make sure you add your wrinkles, if your brows are like affecting the face and stuff.
Kelly, huh? Like a certain saturation fits my drawing, but then there's really only 6 colors to choose from. I want to vary colors to keep it interesting, but there is only a rainbow to choose from.
Color also has different values, which also creates different colors,
Yeah.
If you darken a red, like that's a very different red.
I mean, like a rainbow's a lot. There's, billions of colors that
There are
you could
billions of
potentially
colors.
choose from. And it's like the things that make... I'll tell you this, Kelly. The thing that makes a painting look pretty in terms of color is not using a lot of colors. It's the colors being compared to each other.
Yeah.
That's the pretty part of a painting. Like... if I may be so bold as to say that this painting maybe is a bit pretty,
I think it is very pretty.
it's blue and green, right?
Yeah.
There is not a lot of color happening here, but it's the relationship between the colors and the values that are like makes it feel good, right? It's like the comparisons. It's like this white is to this blue as this green is to this green, right? It's like one of those math problems, like this is to that as that is to that. Like cat is to feline as dog is to canine. Here's the cat, here's the feline, here's the dog, here's the canine.
The relationship is the same.
Yes, exactly. The relationship is consistent between things, right? Like, look, horse is to, what are they, equine? As, I don't know, what is bovine? Is that a horse? Or is
Bovine,
that
I think there's like a cow.
cow, right? It's like cow is to bovine. It's like the relationships are all the same. Probably should have picked a better example. Something I actually know. But you see what I'm saying? Like that's what tends to make the colors look interesting is the relationships to each other, not the amount of them that you use. Because when you use a lot of colors, each individual one becomes less important.
Yeah.
It's like
It's not about the color.
exactly. It's like
It's
the relationship between the colors is what makes it look good.
It's the harmonization and how you express it.
Yep. And that really contributes to your art style.
Yep.
Like how you express the relationships and those relationships and their comparisons. That, I mean, we could do an entire day of just artist breakdowns where we talk about their color choices. And we would look at different artists and see how they choose color relationships. And that would be super helpful.
Yeah.
Weird.
What?
Did it like appear?
Yeah, it just appeared suddenly. I don't know. Weird.
Photoshop type thing.
Yeah. So like if I'm going to be coloring in this character, but I'm going to like shade it, I like to think in terms of black and white because sometimes black and white and color is really hard to tell apart. So if you think about it in black and white, it becomes a lot easier to find those shadows, makes it easier so you're not distracted. But like, you know, if I'm looking at this, for example, my relationship of these two colors, if I'm going to make her skin tone fair and her hair color brown, I'm thinking this. Oh, this brown is this dark gray. And my light is a very, very light gray. This is my relationship. So I take this information, then I put it in here. Okay, if I'm going to turn it completely in black and white, I need to tell that this is dark hair. Okay, so this is going to be a darker gray. And I'm just going to fill everything with this dark color for the hair. You can continue on and continue answering questions while I'm doing this if you want.
Because we are kind of mostly talking about color today.
Yeah, color and
we can talk about grayscale a little bit in a little bit. Do y'all have favorite color combinations? Yes.
Yes.
I have tendencies, but like if you look at this, right? You got all these colors around the outside of the color wheel, around the outside. And like your brain cares about the relationships, right? Just like you ship characters, YN, CEO, whatever, your brain ships colors. And if there's a single color, it doesn't have any color to ship it with. All right? So we need colors to ship with other colors. So we take this orange here and we go, who do we ship this color with? Do we ship it with the cool gray? Ooh. Or do we ship it with cooler red?
Ooh.
Right? Or do we go, I'll go down to red and I'll desaturate it a little bit. Ooh, that's a nice ship.
That's a nice ship.
And so then you get another color. Let's say we have like a pink or something, right? Let's say we have like a pinkish color. And then we go, who do I ship this color with? You know, maybe pink and in yellow or something. Like that's kind of a cool ship. So like think of colors in terms of shipping. Don't think of colors in terms of like, what color is it? Like it's okay to get in the ballpark. Like it's red, it's blue, it's green, it's teal, right? Like that's totally fine. But your brain processes colors in terms of relationships. We are relationship machines. So we need to be able to compare one thing against the other in order to fangirl, I don't know.
But you know, another thing about these colors is colors naturally have a light and dark side, light and dark version. So you can pair colors with like, this color is good because this blue is dark against this light, and this light is dark against, and this is light against this slightly darker color. And so it's kind of like the blonde and the brunette pairing. Like you got to have light with their dark. That also can be really, really fun. But yeah, it's fun talking about this kind of stuff.
I ship orange and purple, and it's great. And the funny thing is that pretty much any two colors can get shipped.
Oh yeah,
they're just different vibes, right?
Yeah.
You can ship yellow with orange.
So you know what?
And you learn in like color theory class, you're like, analogous colors, or tertiary, or triadic, or complementary. Think about those in terms of shipping pairs. Like, are you gonna ship the guy and the girl or whatever? They're both doctors and nurses, or one of them is very analytical, math-minded, and the other one is very fun and creative, right? That would be a fun ship.
That would be.
But it would also be cute if they were both doctors, right? You're just like, that's cute. They're both doctors. They're together. Like Christine and I are both artists, right? And we're together. But one of us could have been very math programmer IT, and the other person could have been very artsy, and it still would have been a cute ship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, any colors can get shipped. It just kind of changes the vibe.
Yep. Absolutely. It's so fun. It's just so fun. And also, you can think of your colors like actors. For instance, there's always going to be like a role, right? Like there's going to be a medium. Yes.
And in your shots, there's going to be actors, and there's going to be the cool, and there's going to be the warm. This is value.
Yeah, this is value. But there's
going to be the cool, and there's going to be the warm, right?
Yeah.
If you are 30 degrees, are you the warm or are you the cool?
Yeah.
What's the other temperature, right? If there's another and it's 70 degrees, you're the cool. If the other is 15 degrees, you're the warm, right? It's like it's relationship. It's not this is cool, this is warm. It's like, as opposed to what, right? What is gray? Is gray warm or is gray cool?
Yeah.
And then you go, compared to what? I'm tall, right? Oh, I'm 5'10". I'm 5'10". It's like, would that be considered tall? It's like next to someone who's 4 foot. The 4 foot person would go, yeah, you're pretty tall. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, that's how color works.
So another thing about roles.
Fahrenheit or Celsius, either way.
So like talking about the roles, like what is your light color going to be? What is your
Yeah.
medium colors going to be? What is your dark colors going to be? And then you basically already have a limited palette to work with, and then you're like, oh, okay, let's take my lights and use them as, I don't know, use yellow as my lights.
Yeah. What happens when you try to get a dark yellow, chat?
What happens?
What happens when you try to make yellow dark? What happens to it?
Ooh.
It turns into that. Do you get that nice, bubbly, vibrant, Miki yellow?
Miki
Nope.
yellow.
What happens when you try to make blue, like a nice, deep blue light? What do you have to do to it? You have
Gotta
to add
add
white
white.
to it. Which, in turn, look what happened to our saturation. I'll make that bigger for the people in the back. I said, look what happened to our saturation. It's all the way down to 22%. Let's ramp this back up. Ah, crap. My blue got dark again.
Yep.
It's dark. If I turn this black and white, here's my blue. Here's my blue with white. I can't have a very light blue, not this specific hue, or else I have to add white to it. And it's the same with yellow, but it's the opposite, right? So it's like, here's yellow. What happens if I add to it, right? If I add black, it turns kind of like brown. Like, this isn't a really vibrant, bubbly yellow anymore. So, like, there's certain limitations with colors.
Yep.
There's certain limitations with colors.
There are.
If you want a dark room and a light doorway, the dark room is not going to be full intensity yellow, and the light doorway is not going to be full intensity blue, or else your room looks like this. Oh, I keep doing that. That ain't a light.
No,
That's a dark.
That's a dark.
And so just think about that when you're like using colors and you're deciding what to make things. Is like, by choosing a value, you are like, meaning lightness and darkness, like a gray. You are also restricting what color you can choose. So if I choose a color or a value that's like this, I'm already telling the viewer that this can't be a bright yellow. Why? Because if I add a bright yellow and I turn this to grayscale, that bright yellow is not that value, right? I have to, I'll like reduce this down. See, that's a lot closer. Maybe I'll darken it even more, right? There we go. I have to make the yellow this dark in order to match that gray. It's just how color works. It's the property of colors. It's how light, bounces back and hits the eye and stuff.
Yeah. Like when I'm thinking about, oh, I want to paint this character in this blue or background. Like what color should I choose? Well, if her hair is going to be this color, like this dark brown, well, it's got to be darker than that, or else it doesn't feel like it's in the space.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't feel like it's actually sitting there.
Yeah.
I've heard some people say drawing in grayscale and then coloring over it is better. Is that true? It's not true if you don't understand this.
Yeah.
Because what people do is they'll make something in grayscale and then they'll draw over it in color and they'll completely ruin the grayscale.
They will.
Like, they'll change everything, and so it's like the grayscale was pointless.
Yeah.
It's like drawing in guidelines and then completely ignoring the guidelines when you finish it. It's kind of like that.
It is kind of like that, because the grayscale is supposed to be there to help you to see the relationships. But then people, once again, if they separate color and value, like, then they will get really, really weird results.
So it's like, yeah, it is good advice if you know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then the question is like, well, how do I get to the point where I know what I'm doing? This type of stuff, I would recommend doing a lot of still lifes, doing limited color, limited palette, studies as well is really good.
Yes.
Doing a limited palette study is really good. Like, this is some of my assignments, by the way, that I teach in our anime art school. I teach color theory, and I also have you do still lifes from observation, where you start with 2 values, bring it into 4 values, and then you add color theory information on top of it. Like, this one's very warm light, cool shadows. Is the iPad on warm mode or
It's
no?
on warm mode, yes. There we go.
Yep. And I can even just bring that up on my monitor if you want.
Yeah. So how is grayscale really working?
Grayscale is how you see stuff. Color
Yeah.
is like how you feel about it.
Yeah.
So they are linked. They're inseparable. But grayscale is incredibly useful because color tends to be very distracting. It tends to get a lot of attention, but it's not that important for actually being able to see something. Like, if you saw the world in black and white, you would be able to drive, you would be able to go around, you would be able to navigate, you'd be able to cook yourself dinner, you'd be able to probably play video games. You know, if you saw the world in only color and no value, you wouldn't be able to do anything. You'd be you'd be blind, essentially. You would be completely blind because you wouldn't be able to see things.
Yeah. The value helps to separate things out. So like, oh, I know that this is darker than this, so there must be a shadow. Like, that compartmentalizes and splits that for you. Like, it helps you to organize those details.
Yeah, and I teach this all in my class in our art school, by the way. I go through color theory. I have you do still lifes. I have you actually build out environments in different color palettes where we decide on the mood. Like, the mood, what colors we're dealing with. Like, here's a pretty warm light. Here's cool shadows because of the blue sky. It's daytime. It's warm. It's high key. The lighting situation. And then we go, boom, it's nighttime. The lights are warm. This is actually inversed, right? This is like warm light, cool shadow. Well, this is cool light, warm shadow. And we invert it, and do this. Then we have some like little city and torches and stuff in the background. And then there's this one, which is like much more gray, much more kind of in the middle, which is like, it's very desaturated. You got obvious like a sunset and stuff in the background, but generally speaking, your colors in this shot are much more desaturated. And so that's one of the color assignments that I go over. So I teach the color theory, but I also teach how to apply it. And like, that's kind of what we're doing right here on stream. Obviously, we won't be able to cover, I guess,
all
like
of
a
it.
Freudian slip, color. We won't be able to cover everything about color on stream because it took like 46 hours to teach this class. It's very long, and we're only here for a short while on stream. But I also do environments. Like, here's an environment that is in a nice, warm summer, cool shadow mood. But then we go, what's that same environment look like if it's night? And we're like pushing it, right? Because it's stylized. We're doing more like anime style stuff. This isn't like photo real. We're pushing it, right? And so we paint the exact same environment in a nighttime shot. And then we do something interesting. We take that exact same shot and we paint it in a burning shot, right? Here's the burning version. So it's like we're now comparing gray and orange, right? Like this is the thing. All 3 of these shots have cool and warm, right? This one, gray is the cool, orange and yellow is the warm. This one, purples are the warms, and some of these are very warm, but like generally speaking, like purples are the warms, blues are the cools, right? This one, we've got blues are the cools, and like warm greens and warm
grays.
like grays are the warms. So it's like we're creating a relationship of color in all 3 of these, but we're using different colors. And so once you can do this, you can actually paint an environment in essentially any color, and you still can make a relationship that looks pretty.
Yeah.
And so like that's what I teach in my classes, and I think it's really important, right? Like, here's another one. This is an interior. And so it's like we're creating relationships in here. Look at this. Oops.
Ooh.
The purples in this shot are the warms, and the blues of the neon lights are the cools. And so we did an interior with June, right? It's the same thing with here. The reds are the cools in this shot, and the oranges are the warms. So it's like we're always having a relationship between warm and cool. It's impossible because things are dynamic, right?
Yeah.
Like anytime you compare two colors, one is going to be a warm and one is going to be a cool compared to each other.
Yeah,
it's
and
like
even
anytime you have two different numbers, one's going to be bigger and one's going to be smaller.
that's true.
Duh.
Yeah, and even when you have like a really really warm, light, well, and you have a warmer shadow, like they're still gonna be cool and warm, like differences.
Exactly. What do you do? What do you usually do first for background, base color, then shading? I'll start off anywhere.
Anywhere.
Because I understand how to get the relationship. I could start here. I could start there. I could take a previous painting of mine and blur it and color sample from that. I could take a paint bucket and splash it on the canvas and start there because I know how to create a relationship out of any starting point, right? It's like that. It's like being able to piece together something because you know how it works.
Yeah.
So my answer, I apologize for not really having an answer, but any of it, like I'll start any reason.
Yeah.
Like I'll start anyway. Like I have some pieces on my art station.
Oh, someone asked, what are the prices and languages of the school?
The school's in English, and the price for the whole thing, it's a whole year-long program. It's kind of like a college. Is $497.
Yep.
And it'll take you a year to get through. There's a bunch of classes. There's a figure drawing class. There's a costume drawing class. There's a heads and faces class. There's a perspective class. There's a painting class, which is what I'm talking about right now. And it's lifetime access, so it's kind of like a recorded college. Building 7 and 8. Here it is. Like, here's an example, right? Like, in this old portfolio piece of mine, I had a photograph, right? This is a photo, and I like skewed it into place and I blurred it, and then I just used the colors from that and I made a painting out of it. And this is the painting, right? And then I did the opposite. I took completely different unrelated colors and I painted a completely different image. See? Like this. So you basically get, what are my cools? My purples are the cools. What are my warms? These browns. So I still have a relationship between them, right? It's like we've got this and we've got this. Two different color palettes of the same area, of the same image essentially. And I've swapped out. Obviously I've changed the composition a bit too, like down here and all that, but I've swapped out what warm and what cool is what. I've also changed the location of the stripe, apparently.
Well, another thing is, like, is your light warm or cool as well? Like, that helps with, like, tinting things, warmer or cooler. When you have a warm light, you'll generally get cooler shadows because it's the warm and cool. If you get, like, a warm light, but maybe you have a warmer light on the side, that's going to affect those things.
So it's like making it balance. It's about creating a relationship. It can be off balance. Your balance could be 80-20, right? It could be 80% warm, 20% cool. It could be 90-10. It could be 90% cool, 10% warm. There's going to be a balance in it, but it's about creating like a relationship between them. And of course, you also have to make sense logically, like your light is coming from the correct direction. So that's another thing, is like colors are not going to solve a piece of yours.
Yeah.
Your light, perspective, design, composition, form, those all still have to make sense visually, right? Like this. This is an object, a cone on top of a cylinder. The cylinder and cone is being lit from the top left or the top right. This is the lighting. If I could get this stinking thing over. This is the lighting. That's how the cast shadows were calculated. This is where the core shadow is. This is the core shadow right here. This is a cast shadow from the cone onto the cylinder. And I've calculated all of that. But once I find those elements, I could make this any color I want as long as I'm paying respects, right? As long as I'm paying respect to what I've already figured out, right? So I could go, I don't know, shadows. We could make them like a lot more cool or like bluish or something, right? We could take our highlights and we could make them maybe like a lot warmer. right? It's like I could make this any color I want. I've kind of blown it out a little bit, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I could go, all of these shadows, we'll make them, I don't know. I guess that don't work anymore. I go, oh, that's blue. And then I go, okay, this shadow right here, we can make it very, very gray or something. Like as long as I'm paying respect to this and it makes sense, right? And we could pull this back up a little bit.
Could you maybe demonstrate how sunlight interacts with a blue/purple ball? We'll see if Colton feels like doing that.
Right, so this is kind of a boring demo, but this just becomes an anime head later on, right?
It does.
Like maybe we take this and we add a little bit of
Ooh.
cool to it. And like as long as I'm paying respect to what I've solved previously, which is here's the core shadow, here's the separation of light and dark. My light direction is coming from the top right. My cast shadow is here. Like I can play with this stuff a lot and your brain still can see it because it's like what chat was asking earlier about like, oh, I hear grayscale is really important. It's like the grayscale is very important because as long as you respect the grayscale, you have a lot of wiggle room with the colors and different stuff, and you can make things very stylized and you can still tell what it is.
Are you gonna add Discord?
I forgot about that.
It's all good. So as long as there's a connection between cool and warm, it's
I mean,
kind of.
there is going to always be a connection, yes, but
Yes.
it's impossible not to have a connection. It's like just understanding it.
It's not like a checklist type thing.
Yeah,
It's not really
it's
a checklist. It's more of like it's a concept.
Yeah,
That
it's a concept, and things are going to affect cool and warm. By the way, like what color, temperature of light,
Yeah.
what color, temperature of the bounce, what's the local color of the object. It's there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot that
Yeah.
goes into it. It requires a lot of study and practice, and that's exactly why I built my class on it.
Yeah. Check out our school here. It's really complicated.
But
yeah.
you can pick it up quite quickly by just kind of understanding a couple of principles. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't want to scare anybody off. Like your painting is probably going to improve just by becoming aware of the fact that this exists. Like it's not esoteric knowledge or anything. This is what you learn in like a design school or a painting class or something. There's lots of like YouTube videos that talk about it and all sorts of things, but you learn it through practicing. So like you'd have to practice this and try to apply it.
Yeah.
You'll put me onto Yuming and it changed my life. Yeah, like Yuming,
yeah.
Yuming is good. He talks about this kind of stuff. He uses a couple of certain things that give a very Yuming feel to his work. Yuming Lee uses a lot of simultaneous contrast. He uses a lot of it. He likes to show things through color rather than value.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can add the Discord. I totally forgot. We were pretty early in on stream, and I was showing some figure drawing stuff, and for some reason TikTok restricted our live stream. And so we were considering restarting it, but we never did. And then I just forgot to ping the Discord.
Yeah, it happens.
There we go.
You know, and also with color, like sometimes you can start with shadows first and then lights because, you know, sometimes if you just start with lights like this, it might feel a little bit jarring. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll just dim the skin tone down to a cooler tone and we'll just see how that works. And these colors can always be changed, you know, like I think there's also a misconception that, oh, once you put a color down, you can never change it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's like there's a lot of wiggle room.
There's a lot of wiggle room. And sometimes, you know, the more portraits that let's say you're like, oh man, I have no idea how skin works with sunlight. We'll do a lot of portraits with a sunny day, and the subject is in a sunny day, and then see what temperature their skin tone is in the shadows versus in the lights. So like for me, I've done a lot of like daytime type scenes, and I know that with this kind of skin color, for example, my shadow area will tend to be a little bit cooler. Will probably tend to be a little bit more on the purplish side. So I may see this kind of color. And then the lights will tend to be much warmer. So like bright and warm. You'll probably get something like like this, right? This feels good. All this, like, okay, let's make this our light color. Yeah, that feels good. And so you'll notice these patterns as you continue doing your studies.
Have you used Krita? Not really. It's a good program, though. A lot of people use it.
Yeah. I also...
If you ever make an art breakdown, can it be of Kudamon's art? I'm not actually sure who that is, but maybe eventually. We don't generally decide who we're going to do breakdowns of until we actually do a stream on it. Unless I have, like, someone in mind previously.
Colin, would you mind showing how sunlight interacts with a warm and cool toned ball?
Sure. What's the color of the ground?
I think they were asking about purple or blue.
The ground is purple?
Oh, no. I meant the ball was purple.
Okay. I would say, sure, but sun's not the only factor, right?
Yeah. A lot more ingredients.
Grass? Yeah, I did it here. A cool, what kind of ball? Cool, and with a warm and cool toned ball. Yeah, I'll just do it on this one, right? I actually already did it, kind of. Look, like something similar. But let's just go over here and let's do it. All right, so here's a ball. I don't know what you mean by warm toned and cool toned, but let's just take two of them and let's make one cool and one warm, right? So we've got, you color sample this. This is warm. You color sample this. This is cool. So what it's going to do with the warm, and now let's just assume that this is my local value of the ball, is we're going to be getting brighter, and we're going to have sunlight hitting the ball like this. And then we're going to come to get this warm tone, and we're going to darken it, and we're going to cool it down. We're going to go towards gray a bit, right? So we'll just go probably something along the lines of this. We might even want to cool it down a little bit more just because the blue sky. There's a blue, or there's a warm-toned ball. And then I'll do the same thing with cool, right? I go here and I go, it's warmer. So maybe I'll come up here and I don't know, I'll grab like, maybe I'll just add this to it. And so you can see that it kind of turns greenish, but that's not the point. Like it's very much gray. And so that warm sunlight is going to basically cancel out the coolness of the ball. And then the coolness of the shadowed side of the ball is going to be emphasized by the sky. So it'll probably end up being like, I don't know, maybe like this.
Ooh.
And so it's like, that's basically how I would do that. I would take the warm, I would take the cool, and then I would start adding things like ambient occlusion, right? Ambient occlusion, maybe down here.
Which is like an even darker dark.
Yeah, it's just basically ambient occlusion tends to be just black a lot of the time. But, you know, we could get a little bit of bounce and reflection from the green grass. So it's like, okay, let's add green to it. I don't know, I'll just like swipe some green on it and see what it gives me right there. It's kind of like a, maybe like this, right? A little bit of green in there. Let's do it the same thing, right? Like here's some green grass. We could just color sample that. I'll just like swipe a little bit in there. Kind of turns it tealish. Maybe I'll go, there. A little bit of that green grass, right? Not looking very good right now. Why doesn't it look very good? Well, we need to add a drop shadow to it. So let's go do that. And I'll just choose my existing shadows, right? Which is, again, a very cool version of this green. All I did was I took this green, I brought it down, I desaturated it, and I made it a lot more bluish, right? Wow, I just found that green again.
Literally, you just did.
So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically find a general cast shadow of this, like based on her feet and stuff. I would say maybe something along the lines of this, right? And I'll just take that.
Wow, looks like it's already in the shot.
And I'll do that. And that would be a good starting point. And I could refine my cast shadow. I could decide what material it is. I could keep working on it for a while, right? You go, oh, the cat core shadow is ugly. It's like, yes, but we've got a good start.
So that can always be fixed.
No, okay, let's fix our ugly. ugly stuff. There we go. And we're going to get a little bit more blue on top because the sky is shining down at it. All right, let's add that blue then.
But notice that when he's adding these colors, he's not breaking the value
Yeah,
structure.
I'm not annihilating it by doing this. Or like, I need to go darker.
Yeah.
There we go. It's like, I'm not going down here and annihilating this with like a bunch of black. I could go like, oh, just a tad darker.
A lot of it is like finding the sweet spot.
Oh, I could come in here and go a tad darker because of the ambient occlusion. Like we're setting things up. There we go. Oh, isn't there a penumbra? Yeah, there is. Okay. You got me there. Let's add it. There you go. Are you happy that we made the shadow soft? And, you know, we go, oh, let's add a little bit more blue to this shadow. So we could go, okay, a little bit more blue. That's fine. We'll add that to the shadow. And then here comes the fun part that everybody wants to do first.
Yeah. People worry about the grass. The grass can be added later. I would say like when you have big decisions, the little decisions like are a lot easier to do. I just joined today. Awesome. Hello, Alif.
Welcome.
Are the weekly challenges due Friday and will the art show be on Friday? Yes.
Yep, as always.
As always.
Oh, yeah.
I really like your content. Thank you.
There we are.
Ooh, look at that.
And then, like, you can add a little bit of texture information. You go, what is this? Is it stone?
Is it pearl?
Is it a pearl? If it's a pearl, it's like, okay, definitely going to get this. Definitely going to get more reflection of the sky. Definitely going to get more reflection of the grass. Now it's a pearl.
Oh, it's a pearl.
Right? Like, and then it's like, okay, in the shadow of the pearl, we're probably going to get some purplish. Maybe like this sort of thing. It's like, okay,
like...
there it's like a pearlish. Like, it's a good starting point, and then I could find reference. How do I know how to increase the reflectivity of something? I just go, reflective objects have a specular highlight. Reflective objects will reflect the sky. Here's the sky. There's the reflection. Reflective objects are going to reflect the ground. Here's the reflection. Reflective objects maybe get a little bit more like this. There's that. You know what I mean? It's like you're like taking these things and you're applying them. You're not doing what you want to do. You're doing what would actually happen. And it's like training yourself. First off,
properties.
Understanding what would actually happen is the first step. And then training yourself to do it instead of what you want to do is like where all the practice comes from, or what you do with all the practice.
I like to think of this as like when you're in, if you've ever worked with Blender and you go into the render settings where you're like changing the material, like the material will literally like change into something more metallic if you add more specular.
Yeah.
If you add more reflectivity, it's going to look shiny. If you make it more matte and smoother, it's going to look like this. And so it's interesting that way.
Yep. And then it's like,
why does the sky only reflect on the dark bit?
You'd probably get some on the light bit, but it's just that the light is so much stronger than the light of the sky. Like, the sky is a light. It's just a very soft blue light, and the sun is a light. You'd get both, but you could probably show a little bit here. If this was a chrome ball, it would straight up just be a reflection of your environment. Like, it would be like this. You would get rid of all your shadows. You'd have this. You'd have you'd get a reflection of this. So bring it a little bit darker, like this. This would take a little while to do, and I'd have to
Wow, there's a specular. Oh my gosh, it's chrome.
You'd get a reflection of the tree as well. And I don't know what the tree looks like. I never actually designed it, but like this would be a little bit darker. Chrome tends to reflect things about 10% darker than they actually are. You can learn that in Scott Robertson's How to Render book. And so I just bring everything down a little bit and I just go, okay, well, chrome ball, I'm really just painting the environment in it. And then you go, oh, okay, there's that. Do we see her shoe? Probably not really. Not enough to make any like meaningful difference.
It's so funny. They're like, dang, bro works fast. You draw very fast. Sometimes I feel like even though it is fast, it's not fast enough sometimes.
Yeah. Are there clouds in the sky? Okay,
Oh,
maybe there's
clouds
some
would be
like clouds
cool.
in the sky or something. Where's that tree? Right, like there. Like I would do like a chrome ball like that. I'd probably darken it just a little bit because chrome tends to be a little bit darker. And you can also see it a little bit better.
Ooh, look at that.
Maybe like, I kind of darkened it a little bit already. But anyways, and I can assure you that I don't have enough undos to undo everything
Nope,
I
was
just
just
did.
gonna ask you about it. Oh,
I
you
did.
Miracle.
But yeah, and that would be like materials and stuff. Like, and I'm drawing in perspective. All of this stuff is in perspective as a standard. If you can't draw in perspective, you should learn how to draw in perspective, because all of this stuff requires the ability to draw in perspective, or there's no point in even trying, really, because, well, you could try, but it's going to be very difficult because everything is in perspective by default. It's like wanting to write a novel, but you barely speak the language you're trying to write it in. Like, perspective is the language of things in 3D space, right? Like, that's how I add all this kind of stuff.
Interesting comment. Funny thing, when I looked at that glass ball, when it zoomed out, it looked so clean, but when zoomed in, the color is quite messy. Yeah, that's painting.
Yeah. It's all painting. Like,
all
you go to
painting.
any museum with paintings in it, it looks so awesome. You walk up to the painting and it's just a bunch of blobs of color.
Literally.
Like, that's really painting.
The progress of that painting that Colton did is actually on our 12-hour stream
Yeah, I drew almost all of this painting
live.
live on stream. But I have the layers saved. This is what it started as, because free run's more interesting to most people than soccer balls, so I decided to make the soccer balls free run. But essentially, here's all my layers that I saved.
It actually came in handy, huh?
Yeah, they came in clutch. I usually don't save my layers. I'll just paint everything in kind of one go with a couple of layers, but you can see like demos coming and going as the layers go. And actually just Freerun materialized from hair, from strips of hair.
Yes, because there was someone asked about white hair.
Yeah, Fox. There you go. And so there's all the layers that I did as I painted.
Sometimes a piece just comes out like out of nowhere. You don't have to like plan it so meticulously sometimes.
Yeah. Like her shoes were like this for ages. They were just blobs. Her hands were just this for ages. Like if I have the hands in the right spot, all I have to do is eventually just make a hand. But if the hand's in the wrong spot and you draw a beautiful hand, you probably have to repaint it. If the hand's in the right spot and it's ugly, you just have to finish it.
True.
There's like more demos, floating ball stuff. There's my grid. Like I was showing what my grid was in my mind. There's all this stuff in those layers. Bunch of stuff in there.
So many layers to things.
Yeah, I rarely would work with this many layers for personal work. It's just that since it's a demo, see?
Yeah.
Just clean it up a little bit. I will generally use a lot of layers if I'm doing client work and I might need to revert something, or if I'm doing demos and I want to save stuff. And you can see that I actually already had a different demo in here, which is like a tree stump. Except now that's a couple of balls. Cool and warm ball.
I just reminds me of that one image. I essentially think of the same thing with hair too. It's like, what's the base color? How is it affected by the sky? How is it affected by the light? Like, is the light shining on the side? Oh yeah, I kind of see it because of the nose and the cheek.
Something glow. The value would have to make it a light. Like if you want to make something look like it's glowing, it would have to make sense value-wise.
Mm-hmm. And something I notice a lot of anime artists do is they make the hair pretty reflective, and so the sky will bounce on the hair, and you'll kind of see like a secondary highlight, but it's very subtle, much more subtle than the light on the side here. and then they'll treat it as everything that's like a sphere or like a modified sphere with different added parts. So like here, for example, with the hair, I'm adding darker shadows in areas that the light is not touching. But since I want this to feel pretty like airy and light, I'm not gonna add too many darks. I think people, this is me. This is what I used to do. When I try to shade, I thought that I had to have everything colored really dark, and so my hair would look like this, and then everything would look very metallic, right? So I have to like hold back.
Amazing. Did you answer that one from Kelly? Is that it? I'm
Yes.
amazed at how everything makes sense without outlining shapes. I often feel like it looks bland / unfinished if I try to color without outlining shapes. You're really doing the same thing. Like, line work is like a container that holds things together. So if you feel like your stuff looks unfinished without a line work, I would really pay close attention to edge control. Like, do you have crisp, clear edges that people want to look at? And do you have a little bit looser edges that people don't want to look at? So, like, for example, in this painting here, like, there's a really crisp, clear edge right here. Like, this edge, it's not a large value difference. See, it's pretty low value contrast, but this edge is very crisp. It is a hard line. I don't need to add a line around this because it holds on its own, right?
Yeah, it's already
like if
clear.
I added a line around that, it would work, but I don't need it. This is a core shadow. This is a soft edge, right? We've got a gradation from this value to this value. Very different to this edge right here, right? And so edges in a painting, like, you can see that I softened this edge right here. Why did I soften it? Because it's a cast shadow from her foot that's a little bit further from the tip of her foot, right? So I just went, I'm going to soften that. As opposed to this, why would I make this soft, right? This is a boot in front of the grass, like, you know, my hand in front of my face. So that would have a nice crisp edge. And now I have added a little bit of line work in front of this, and that's just because I'm lazy and I wanted to do it quickly. But like her leg right here, it doesn't have any line work on it, right? Could we add a line work like this? Yeah, absolutely we could. Do I need to? Not really. Here's another core shadow. So as the cylinder turns around, we're getting a shadow here, soft edge. We're getting a separation of the leg and whatever is behind it, in this case grass right here. And it's this natural thing that happens in real life. You have objects going in front of other objects. You have shadows going over top of objects. You have some things that are similar value to other things. Like, look at her face. Look how low the contrast is. Like,
Wow.
her cheek
It's literally blending in with the hair shadows.
versus the hair is incredibly similar in value. And so I decided, just for funsies, that I was going to make the cheek and the face very low value. Like, the nose has no definition to it other than color temperature change. So you can see the bottom of the nose, very warm. Other places on the face, cool. Look at the saturation jump, right? It's like nose, other stuff. It's like really warm, really cool. But I have not changed the value a lot. If you're familiar with Yuming Lee, and a lot of other painters, because we've broken down his work on stream before, he does the same thing. He shows plane change, separation of planes, not with a line, not with a value. Like, I could have come down here and done this, right? And done this, and done that, and done that. Could have done that. Didn't. I didn't feel like it. There's no right or wrong. You just play with it, right?
Mm-hmm. But I find that the just separating through color is a much like softer and subtler result, which is what you wanted. Because if you pushed out those lights, it would look really powerful.
Yeah, I wanted her face to feel
much.
very soft and low contrast, so I decided to show the plane changes of the face using color temperature rather than lightness and darkness.
Yeah.
Of course, she has light being cast over her face from the dappled light, but you know what I mean. And so it's like just a combination of these different things and having separations, and some are hard, some are soft, and there's a reason to why some of them are hard and soft. It's not just like completely random. What brushes are these? I just use a basic round on this painting. Christina's brush you can get for free on our website, drawanime.com.
But a lot of this stuff is difficult to learn, and especially like if you're just a beginner artist, like you have no idea, like you might not have any idea where to start. You know, that's why we created our school.
Yeah, if you are really wanting to learn the fundamentals, like the stuff that we're talking about sounds awesome, but you need to learn it from the very beginning, right? As if you were to go to like an art school. We made a self-paced art school online that covers everything from the very beginning. I'm talking like your first line type beginning.
Yes.
Like, and then going all the way through 1 point, 2 point, 3 point perspective, drawing objects at different angles, lighting, calculating cast shadows, color theory. It's really big. It's a year-long program, and it is built for people who wish they could have gone to art school or who did go to art school and feel like it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
So
just some examples.
A lot of stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of classes, like figure drawing classes, clothing drawing classes, painting classes.
Look at my clothing drawing.
Teach you how to do still lifes, teach you how to draw background, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. I teach the clothing and character-based classes. We talk about materials and clothing as well and their properties. I talk about anatomy a lot. This is stuff that you do, and the step-by-step process to doing it, and how to study. So, like, if you've always wanted to draw your own characters and stories from imagination, like, we help you do that.
Your course gave me so much structure and guidance. Thank you. Awesome. I'm glad it's helpful.
Awesome. Yippee.
I'm really glad it's helpful. What platform do you use? I was using Photoshop. Christina uses Procreate on the iPad. Here. Do you guys do 1-to-1 class? We do have a version that comes with one-on-one feedback. If you're interested in that, there is a version of the school where you use the school as a base curriculum, but then every week you get a meeting for 14 weeks for a whole term. So if you really want feedback from instructors and critiques on your work, there is a version of the school available where you can get that.
Yes. It's called the Anime Art School Live.
Yep. But it's on the same page on our, so you go to drawanime.com and then you hit the yellow button that brings you to our Anime Art School page. And then if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see there's two versions. One of them has feedback and one of them does not. Yeah, like I said, we're not going to look at any artists today. Sometimes we do art breakdown streams, but not today. Mainly because I just don't feel like it. Like we're on a roll with color theory and stuff, and yeah, we're the only ones that teach the classes. Yes. Christina teaches the heads, faces, figure drawing, character design, clothing drawing. I teach the backgrounds, perspective, environments, color theory, that sort of thing. We are an art duo, husband and wife art duo couple. Yeah, awesome unknown.
Oh, thanks, Unknown.
Awesome.
Thank you. I've thought that painting is just so helpful because
oh my gosh, yeah, dude.
It's like you start thinking less in terms of line work and solving everything with line, and instead you start thinking and solving things with shape. And when you do shape and then you also do form and you combine all these skills, like you start thinking in a much more broader sense rather than just very limited. Like I remembered I would solve everything with just like this pencil, this like really thin pencil, and I would be like, oh, I gotta do all this and I gotta shade with like thinner lines, and I'm like, what about let's use shapes instead. And it just helped so much. Like made my artwork look way classier and more unique than if I were to just do one thing. But that's my experience, you know. I was kind of doing a little thing inspired by Colton's little piece right here. I typically do realism, but I'm trying to do more stylized work, but I find it looks uncanny. That is very, very normal. Very normal. I do both realistic and anime. And actually, if you're already on the realism side and you understand, you know, the skull and the head planes and stuff, you're actually halfway there. You just got to know how to design. So like in the Anime Art School, for example, the heads and faces, I do cover realistic heads, realistic head planes. Yeah. Because after that, you just like modify them into stuff like this. And you're like, oh yeah, there's a jawline. You know, there's the brow ridge. I'm just physically like morphing it so that it looks more like an anime character. So like here's something that's more realistic. Here's something that's more stylized. But like I literally just used the same base, and all I did was I just took out a lot of the detail. Same thing with here, like head planes. I physically made the eyes bigger. I'm still keeping in mind of my realistic proportions, but then I am stretching them, and then I'm also cleaning up a lot of stuff. So it's totally normal for it to look uncanny at first. You just gotta like continue finding those little nuances.
Yeah, you gotta find like that balance.
That balance, yeah. What iPad do you have? This is a iPad Pro 13-inch. And I think working with just kind of on another side note with working with shapes, you're working with from big to small. You do big shapes, and then you see how does that big shape look in comparison to the littler shapes. And so when you're drawing hair, for example, it's the same concept just with line work. Big shape, you split that shape into a smaller shape, and then you pair it with an even smaller shape. So I like to think of it like, you know, big bad guy with his little minions. Or kids, I don't know. Like dad with kids.
Despicable Me.
Despicable Me. Yeah, exactly. Random question, are there any artists you guys like and idolize? Yeah, there are artists that we like.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, now this is looking like a Pinterest board again. What do
How's
you
that?
Oh, that's super cute.
You know, I've been having so much problem with knees for a while, but I realized that what if I actually just kind of treated the knee as like its own little capsule like this?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good.
Like I'm thinking like this is the knee, right? This is the knee.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
What do you mean by cinematic shots for the challenge? Look up like a movie still, for example, or like a movie shot.
Yeah, that would
like,
be a great question for Google.
Yeah.
Because like cinematic shots are pretty popular. Keyframe / cinematic shot.
Yeah. Look up keyframes and you'll see. I know that, you know, since Howler, your work doesn't look like that very much. You might not know what it is.
Yeah, you might not want to do it, or it's like cinematic is like a intense storytelling shot that may show a lot of stuff in one scene, right? Like the person's diving through a window, shooting both pistols as the bad guy chases them, narrowly escaping. Like it's cinema. It's like, is this drawing that I made absolute cinema? That's cinematic, right? And I would literally just Google it, honestly. Like cinematic movie shot examples and look at some stuff like that.
I'm kind of thinking, I think it's kind of fun to do that scene. Maybe someone has a sword and they're swinging it. Wait, I don't know. And there's like all this stuff happening around it. Kind of like that. Well, this is like a very primitive version of it. What I find more difficult is moving from traditional to digital. The digital coloring aspect feels quite overwhelming too. Oh, I totally understand.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I would start with if you're a traditional painter or drawer and you do a lot of color traditionally, start with limited palettes. For sure. Like I that would be my recommendation. You don't have to, of course. There's like a lot of successful ways to do it. Limited palettes would be a great way to start. Think terms of traditionally. Like, oh, I got an ultramarine blue, I got a alizarin crimson, I got a cad orange, a cad yellow. You know what I mean? Like, think in terms of traditional colors when mixing and making things. And you go, like, you kind of just have to simulate it. You kind of just have to simulate it, like, in your brain. You go, okay, I got an alizarin crimson. It's quite a cool red. I'm going to add cad orange to it, right? So maybe, like, here's my alizarin crimson, right? Maybe it's, like, dark. What would you say? Maybe this is like an alizarin crimson?
Yeah.
Then we go, here's a cad orange, right? What happens when I mix these two together?
Oh.
It may bring it into this, a new color. This is a cad red. You know what I mean? Like, or I guess a cad red would probably be more like this, but you know what I mean. And it's like, that's how I think about it. Because Christina and I did a lot of
You do a
traditional painting, oils, gouache. And that's how I think of painting. I go, I want to cool this cad orange down. What do I add to it? I could add blue to bring it towards gray, right? So it's like, I take this cad orange and I want to cool it down. Maybe I add ultramarine blue. I bring it towards gray. In real life, it would basically bring a lot more towards gray, right? It's like, you could get something like this if you add a little bit of ultramarine blue. If I want to bring it cooler, but in the red direction, I might add, you know, so ultra blue. If I want to bring it cooler in the red direction, I would probably add like alizarin crimson, right? So I'd go, here's alizarin crimson. Here's my orange. Take my alizarin crimson. And I add that to it. And so it's like I've kind of gone into the red family from orange. Dude, I keep grabbing my perspective tools. Such a useful tool, by the way. Oh my gosh, bro. What?
Doesn't want to go in there.
What?
Oh, there it goes.
That's how I think about it in terms of like digital and traditional. Helps for so much for me as well. I knew how to mix colors but not select them digitally. Yeah, I just think like, what pathway do I want to take?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of paths that colors take. You go, do I desaturate it? What do you add to a color to desaturate it? It's complement. So you go to the opposite side of the color wheel. In digital, all you have to do is this to desaturate something, right? You go here and you take this slider and you go, there, I've desaturated that red. In traditional, you add its complement, right? You add the color on the opposite side of the color wheel. In digital, when you want to go warmer with your red, you slide it up here towards orange. In traditional, you mix it with a warmer color, right? Like, so it's like, I kind of think of digital painting in terms of that. And then I kind of try to keep it restricted, right? Obviously, digital, you can kind of get impossible colors. Like I've never been able to get paint out of the tube that looks like this.
No, never.
I've never been able to get that. I don't think you can. And in traditional, you have things like phthalo green, which is an insanely powerful green. But in digital, you're just like,
bring it all to the max.
yeah, like here's my phthalo green in digital. I think it's kind of like this.
Yeah.
Right? This is not going to overpower everything like it does in traditional because phthalo green is such a strong color.
It's a chemical made color.
And also, buying cadmium colors kills you in real life.
Yeah.
Eating them certainly would kill you. And in digital, you don't have to worry about your colors killing you.
Yeah. Yup.
Hey, Artemis, how's it going?
Hey. Is it okay to never touch traditional painting and only use digital painting?
Yeah, it's totally fine.
totally fine.
I worked professionally for almost 10 years before I started painting as a digital artist, but I would definitely recommend it. And number two, I would still take classes that are geared towards traditional painters and try to replicate it digitally, because you will learn stuff from traditional painting that you just will never really pick up from digital.
I attest to that.
It is so important. It is so important. But there are definitely people who have never painted traditionally who are phenomenal digital artists and are amazing with color.
It's because the concepts are the same.
Yeah, the concepts are exactly the same. You didn't know Naples yellow was highly toxic until recently? I didn't know it until 2 seconds ago.
Is it Naples yellow or Naples?
Naples, apples.
Apples?
Tomato,
Would you like
tomato.
an apple?
Would you like an apple? What do you like? Is it Canadian or something?
Yeah. So
Whenever I grew up, and I heard someone with an accent, they would say like house.
House.
House. I never knew what accent that was until I started watching a Canadian streamer, and I was like, oh, it's a Canadian accent. I didn't know that. There was some lady who would come to our high school, and she was advertising some fashion design school, and she had this accent, and I had no idea what it was, and I just realized years and years later, I'm like, oh, she's Canadian. House.
I heard like this YouTuber that I watch, like she's Canadian, and she'll say like bag as in bag.
House. Bag.
Like bag. Or
Bag.
something. I don't know. She's
I don't know.
Oh, is that like
good night, Kelly.
accent?
Have a good one. Thanks for the great
Who's?
questions. Who's? That's good. I love it.
It's so fun.
That's good. I wanna travel a lot more.
Yeah, same.
Ooh. Oh wait, I thought that was like a really pale pink. See how pale it looks on there?
Yeah, it looks really pale.
To chat, that's like a very pale pink, but to
Yeah.
us, it's like much stronger.
Yeah, it's interesting how that works. Wow, look at this. So I have my color at like very, very red, and it feels warm. Well, I'll do it like this. Feels like orange, but it's not. It's pink. This is crazy, bro. It's like once you set your environment,
Nice.
you have to like shift your colors actually. I notice I'll do that with like a lot of like bluer scenes. I have to shift my colors to a bluer tone, cooler tone.
Oh, I want to try the 250 box challenge, but I'm scared. Is there any tips to help? I would do your first 250 boxes with a grid. Hey, you want to do a 250 box challenge? I would recommend you do your challenge like this. Ready? Just draw a horizon line and a vanishing point, and just do your first 100 boxes, just like this. All right. First 100 boxes would go pretty hard as this. I kind of
Yeah.
messed up a little bit. But we'll fix it. There we go. All right, there's box number 1 out of 250. And then maybe once you get to your first 100, you do this.
Shadow Muke says, "Do you have a YouTube video just on boxes?"
Not really.
Asking for a friend.
No, I have lessons in anime art school just on boxes. You know, I should honestly make a YouTube video just on boxes at some point.
It'd be probably not very stressful to make.
You can do this with a tool if you want, but I would say when you go from 100 boxes to 200 boxes, come on, I can't draw a straight line that direction. It's really hard. And then I would go straight line. Up, 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 up. Straight line. I'm gonna do this smarter this time, I promise. Up, up, up. And then I would go from box 100 to 200 doing this. Right? I probably should have added a couple of more What's a triangle? Here we go. I probably should have added a couple more of these. I'll just do that. This is the star tool, by the way, in Photoshop. But anyways, and then maybe go down here, erase a lot of this, make it nice and light, and I would do my second set of 100 boxes just with a grid like this, and just kind of follow the grid. And when you fill up this whole grid, just start on another one.
Yeah.
And I would use draw through on all your boxes as well. Draw through means drawing the back side as well, not just the front. All right. You could even just start with the front and then do this. Then connect this and draw the back out.
Do you guys make your own brushes? Not all of them.
No. I do, but not all the ones that I use are ones that I've made. there's box number 2 and 3. And I would label them as well, and I would put them all over, right? You can have one over here if you want. Of course, I'm using the shift tool, but if you're doing a challenge with 250 boxes, you'd probably just want to freehand it. Like that. There's number 4. And I would honestly do it like that, because if you're doing a box challenge with 250 boxes, if you don't do the boxes right, it's like putting money into a vending machine that doesn't give you anything. So it's like you want to make sure, like, the whole point of the challenge is to get better at boxes, right? So you want to make sure you're actually doing the boxes right. Otherwise, you're not going to get the benefit of the challenge. So I would just make sure that you're doing the boxes right to the best of your ability, and I would very much recommend you use a grid and you use draw through, which is, you know, again, drawing the back side so you can see through it to make sure that these corners are all lining up with each other, right? Make sure that they're lining up and you understand what's going on, because the last thing you would want to do is spend a whole bunch of time doing boring perspective practice and you don't even get any benefit. Funny enough, I see that happen all the time, is people will do like pages of boxes, and all of the boxes, you can tell that there's like some fundamental thing that they're not understanding about it, and so it's kind of like wasted practice. Not completely wasted, but a lot of it is wasted. And I would really recommend, you know, making sure you're doing these boxes in a way that you're getting the benefits. Like going to the gym, doing a workout, and you're not doing the workout correctly and your muscles aren't fatiguing. It would be like,
and like bad, completely
sucks.
bad posture,
or like bad posture, like the worst, like you end up like hurting yourself, and like you get like a bad back even though you were trying to go to the gym and work out.
Yeah.
That would be my number one thing. Don't be terrified that you're doing them wrong. Just do your best.
Yeah.
Right? If you do 50 boxes and you realize you didn't do them right, then that was good.
Yeah,
like
because
you
now
learned
you know.
something. That's the point of the challenge, right? You're learning stuff. So it's like, don't do the challenge just to get through it. Do the challenge to actually learn stuff.
Yeah.
And getting through it is part of the learning, but you may get 50 boxes in and be like, wow, I did those all wrong. What the heck? 50 boxes well spent. You learned something.
If you even just learn one thing, that's good. I was doing a little study of my glass of water.
Yum yum.
Do you think that the platform you guys use for drawing impacts the overall art? I mean, I was for a while found that it prevents me from certain things.
It's impossible for it not to affect the art. It's the medium,
It
but
is the medium.
like, I mean, you won't be able to make a beautiful oil painting with a nib pen, right? With a fountain pen.
Yeah.
You won't be able to make a super crisp, clean line work with, you know, a medium that doesn't really support it. So it's like, you have to understand that like digital is still a medium and there are limitations, but the fundamentals of art are the fundamentals, like shape, line, form, perspective, color theory, figure drawing, design. Like those are universal, but mediums will absolutely affect what you can do. You know, a brush pen is really good for certain things. A Sharpie is really good for certain things. I don't know, an HB pencil or a 6H pencil or a 6B pencil. Like you can't get 6B look from a 6H pencil. It's just not dark enough.
Yeah, and like, you know, some programs are more powerful and are better used with other things. Like, for instance, Clip Studio's brush engine is great.
Yeah,
You know.
Photoshop or Procreate's brush engine is pretty good.
Yeah.
But like Procreate, you're going to run into layer limitations if you're doing big layered projects that are giant.
Yeah.
Like you may not run into that with Photoshop, but Photoshop's expensive and Adobe's scummy. So it's like, you know, you could use Clip Studio, but Clip Studio doesn't have the manipulation tools that Photoshop has.
Yeah.
So it's like professionals will usually switch between softwares, but I wouldn't worry about that unless you're literally making a living from art at that point, probably.
Yeah, like if you're like really serious and you're like, man, I'm gonna do this for a career, and I need to make sure that my product works for me, or yeah,
I like, I would just say, you can learn the basics using most mediums, as long as it's not really fighting you.
yeah.
I would not practice doing nice line work and hatching with oil paint.
No.
I just wouldn't recommend it. But I wouldn't recommend learning color theory with, I don't know, India ink. Like, it would be difficult.
Yeah.
It'd be difficult to use color or to learn color theory and painting with a medium that's not painting. Digital is, you're lucky with digital because you can kind of do both, right? Digital is like this blend where you make the brush small, it's a drawing. You make the brush big, it's a painting. It's different than traditional in that sense.
I just have a question for chat. How many of you guys are interested in tattoos? Like being a tattoo artist?
Probably not a lot of our audience.
Probably
Maybe
not.
some of them.
I just noticed a lot of our followers on Instagram are tattoo artists. And we're like, oh, that's cool.
I want one, but I fear the pain. Like being a tattoo
being a
artist,
tattoo
like
artist.
giving them, not receiving them.
Yeah. I'm just kind of curious.
Look at this chat. I'll show you something funny. It's not really funny. It's more interesting. So, I made a video and posted on TikTok, right? Or not on TikTok, on Instagram, right? It's on rendering metal. So like I talk about rendering metal and I go through reflectivity and stuff, and it got a whole bunch of views, like 380,000 views, right? And what I noticed was that there were loads and loads of tattoo artists following us. So if I go to our followers and I go to the little search bar and I just type tattoo, look how many tattoo artists followed us on Instagram. Ready?
Wow, that's so many. Just when I think it's over. No, they're still going.
That's how many tattoo we just started growing our Instagram a couple months ago, by the way. We only have 33,000 followers. That's how many of our followers are tattoo artists. There's so many. They love the metal rendering video. I noticed that so many of the people that followed us from that metal rendering video was tattoo artists. And I was like, why is that? Oh yeah, because tattoo artists love metal rendering. They love skulls and roses and rendering metal. And it's just funny because it's like, it's weird because like you'll make a video and it goes viral and your video happens to like overlap with another demographic. And all of a sudden there's all these tattoo artists following us.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. And it's more of an observation than
more of an
anything. Like
observation.
I love tattoo artists. They're super cool. They have
Yeah.
awesome work. But weird, right?
Yeah.
Like we teach anime drawing, but then I make like a metal rendering video, and all of a sudden there's all these tattoo artists who don't do any anime and have never done any.
Yeah.
My friend Jaslyn follows y'all too. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Tuna.
Hi, Tuna.
Is that Tuna our Tuna?
Like Roblox Tuna?
Like,
That's how I remember.
wait, is that the one we mentored?
Oh,
we had the call with
we had the
Tuna.
call with Tuna. Oh, the
Or
other
is this
Tuna.
a different Tuna?
Oh, I don't know. Is it the one that we had a call with?
There are so many tattoo artists. It's massive. It's absolutely massive. Millions. It's a huge industry. And I don't think tattoos and tattoo artists are going to be going away anytime soon. As long as you can draw on your body, they're going to be around. Roblox, noise.
Nice.
So you're not the Tuna that we had the call with a while back, right? Not being a tattoo artist, but I do like the various tattoo styles, yeah?
What do you think about adding like a critique product? Like you can buy critique sessions.
Like a single one?
Yeah, like a single one. Like if you if you don't know if you're on the right track with art, like you can sign up for a critique session with us or something. I don't know. Just a
We
thought.
could do that. Would y'all be interested in that if we just had like a product on our website where you could just like purchase a single session where you could get your artwork or portfolio critiqued / reviewed? I know some people have it. We haven't really set that up yet.
No,
we'll do it on like a case by case basis when people ask.
Yeah.
But we don't actually have like a proper page where you can purchase one and schedule it. You go by Tuna V. Oh, okay.
Okay, got you.
That sounds good. I wouldn't be able to critique anything writing. Oh, I thought you meant critique your writing. No. But you're saying even if it is in writing.
Oh.
Interesting. It's fun. I feel like, funny enough, a lot of the time, structure is what people need a lot of the time. Like, critiques are very important for pointing out things, and they'll save you years of time. But I feel like a good curriculum does such a good job as well, because it helps you practice important things.
It does.
Having occasional critiques is really nice. I mean, having regular critiques from someone good is also really nice.
Oh, yeah.
But, interesting.
Well, I was lucky to have my artwork critiqued by you a lot of the time, you know.
Yeah, and I have my rays critiqued. Like, you want to know how important critiques are for me, chat? This is my 1,000 Heads challenge, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
Here's me trying to draw Ray. Christina's character Ray, and I'm like, how the heck do I do this? And I got some critiques and stuff, and then this one was like the one after that. This is also when I switched to
using shapes
instead of drawing, because I'm a painter. I don't draw that much. I draw a bit, but I'm not a great drawer. So it's like you have this, which is like Ray, kind of, and then you have this one, which is like Ray, very much so.
Yeah.
You know, I'm starting my Ray practice. By the way, it's going to be a bumpy ride.
Yeah.
Because I've never really drawn like mommy type characters that much.
Yeah, she's like a rugged mommy.
Yeah. And here's my figure
from
drawing.
India. Hello. What videos of yours can I don't. Unfortunately, the videos off, or the comment got cut off. What videos of yours should I start from to learn drawing? What do you want to learn? Colton has a video called "The Fundamentals of Art in 2 Hours." It's like a speed course on what to get started with drawing.
Yeah, it's on our YouTube.
Yep, it's on our YouTube. You can check it out there.
I've never really drawn this pose before.
Drawing from imagination. Well, there's no specific video on it. In order to draw from imagination, you would need to learn a lot of core things about drawing.
Yeah, drawing from imagination really breaks into 3 things. What were those things? One of them was visual library.
Yes.
I'm just gonna write A, B, and C because they're like not really in order of importance.
Dimensional drawing.
Yeah, like dimensional drawing.
Are you guys on YouTube? Yes.
Design. And visual library. Dimensional drawing is your ability to draw things in 3D space. It is perspective. It's drawing heads. It's drawing faces at different angles. It's drawing like this. This is dimensional drawing, right? Like everything here is sitting in 3D space in perspective. Like this was drawn entirely from imagination, except a character sheet that I found of Frieren for reference, because I've never drawn Frieren before, right? I had this image. This is my reference for this image. And then I found like a Frieren book to see what their little spells and stuff looks like, or grimoires or whatever. But this is the reference that I used for this image. She's at a completely different angle. It's in a completely different style, but I needed to know what her clothes looked like. Otherwise, this entire image is done by imagination. And the only reason I could do it is because I have a visual library of a grassy field, apples, whatever, all that kind of stuff. How to paint and light from imagination, and then design, like arranging things aesthetically, right? Like this is my composition. My composition is a slanted A right? I've chosen my focal point, and I've kind of brought these things together to help emphasize that focal point. So let's go back to the 1,000 heads. So dimensional drawing is like your ability to draw objects and environments from imagination. So we have, you know, you can draw things at different angles. You go, oh, maybe I'll draw the box like this. Maybe I'll draw the box more from above. Maybe I'll draw the box more from below, right? Like dimensional drawing, like flipping stuff around, drawing it at different angles, right? Very important. And it's the same thing with like cylinders. Right? It's the same thing with cones. That's not a good cone. Right? We go, oh, maybe we draw it from above. Maybe we draw it from below. Maybe we draw it from almost the side. And then we could go, oh.
Oh, let's add a box underneath.
Put stuff on top of it. Put stuff below it. Right? Put stuff above it. Like we can build out this stuff. Right? Here it is. From above. Here it is from, I don't know, below. Let's just say we have this. So like your ability to draw in 3D space and rotate things. We'll do that, and then maybe we got like the cylinder below it. Depending on exactly where it is below it, you can change the location of it. It's like drawing the same thing from different angles. And then the next thing is design, which is like making things look good, which is a really big skill, by the way, because if you draw something, if you can draw something perfectly, but it's not drawn in a way that's aesthetically pleasing and interesting, nobody's gonna like it. So that's another really, 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 really important thing. Design is like aesthetic stuff. That's why people are constantly like, how do you draw hair that looks good? My hair constantly looks so bad. That's design. It's like shape language, form language, big, medium, small, close together, far away. You can there's like design classes and stuff for that. And then the third one is visual library, which is like knowing what stuff looks like. Knowing what stuff looks like. So like these three things, in my opinion, is, so this one's like the ability to draw anything from any angle. This one is ability to make anything look good, right? And then this is to the ability to learn what anything looks like. And people who are very, very good at drawing from imagination, they're super solid at all three of these things. Like, just look at Kim Jong-gi, right? Insane dimensional drawing ability. He could draw anything from any angle. He can draw things from angles where they look good, and then he knows what stuff looks like. He could draw like so many different things from imagination. He knew the proportions of cars, weapons, people, body types, characters, buildings, everything inside of stuff, and he had a very good ability to learn he had a very good ability to learn what things looked like as well, and he put a lot of time and energy into it. And it's like, these aren't the only skills. I would just say that these are like your three primary skills, and then this one would probably, you know, you'd break into like lighting, like light direction, cast shadows, which is very similar to perspective, by the way. Like calculating light and cast shadows is very similar to perspective. Like, this looks like perspective calculations, but it's how to figure out what. There we go. Right? It looks like a perspective calculation. here's this. I've calculated the light from this, casting its rays and causing cast shadows and stuff. This room is entirely from imagination, by the way. Like, this is one of my demos in anime art school when it's like week 5 in the painting class where I teach you how to draw and construct a room from scratch and then put a light bulb in it and cast all of the shadows. So it's like a very blocky room. We're not really dealing with many materials yet. And we draw all these things in and then we cast shadows off of every single one of them. It's entirely from imagination. And it's like, those are the 3 skills, right? Number 1, dimensional drawing. I had to be able to draw the room. Number 2, I had to know what things look like. Like, here's a bunk bed, here's a basketball, here's a chest, here's some sort of a dresser with like books and a soccer ball and stuff, right? Here's a little garbage can and computer and stuff like that. I had to know what those things looked like and how big they are. And then number 3, I had to be able to arrange it in a way that doesn't look terrible, because that's pretty important. Like, trust me, it's pretty important. And like, that's what I would say. Like, the big 3 are with drawing, with being able to draw from imagination. Because, like, you know, if you want to draw from observation, you don't really need any of these. You can just find a really beautiful photo online and grid draw it. You don't even need to know what you're drawing. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't people who draw from imagination out there that none of them do this. They do. Like, there's amazing portrait artists. They're very good at design. They're very good at simplifying what they see. They're very good at value grouping and choosing colors and really showing things. Like, this overlaps, by the way. This, like, overlaps with really good observational artists. And in order to learn this, you have to draw a lot from observation, because how else would you learn what things look like? If you want to learn how to draw an eagle, you're going to have to draw an eagle a lot of times from observation, by looking at pictures of them, by studying them, by understanding the anatomy, by understanding how the feathers grow. If you want to be able to draw eagles from imagination, you better believe you're going to be drawing it from actual eagles all the time.
Funny.
And that's something that we really do try to remedy in our school. Like, we teach all 3 of these things.
Yeah.
I have a 14-week long dimensional drawing class, right? I teach you how to break down objects into chunks and segments and then stick them together. And then we turn that more organic. And we go, how do we take that blocky object and make it look more organic and interesting? And like, this tail right here, this is designed. Like, this is super, super important, right? This is designed. Like, as soon as I draw a line like this, I'm making decisions. I'm making decisions about this line, right?
Fancy.
It's like it's an S-curve. It's like, and S-curves are design. I'm designing this tail out, right? It's really important. That's like the secret to like drawing hair as well. Is like, it's designing aesthetic shapes, right? Like that, like Tira's hair or whatever.
Yeah. What inspired you guys to teach other artists?
For me, 2 reasons. Number 1 is I like helping other people learn how to draw, because it's really fun to see students who are excited and learning and growing.
Yeah.
And number 2, for personal reasons, I just like figuring out better ways to explain stuff. It's like a puzzle.
It is.
Like, if you can make a new analogy or connection that someone never heard before, it's like solving a puzzle, and it's cool. And like, I'm not gonna lie, it's really cool when you explain something in a new way that you've never heard before, and it gets 1 million views on Instagram, and everybody's in the comments going, oh my gosh, this just unlocked my brain. It's cool. Like, it's fun. It's very rewarding. You see student progress, they grow, they get better, and then you also treat it kind of like a puzzle. Like, those are my 2 main reasons. I don't know about you, Christina.
I think one of my main reasons I started teaching was because I saw the benefits of good teaching through my own artwork, as someone who never really was formally taught for a long time. I've always just winged it. But after getting feedback, after taking those, fundamentals classes, I'm like, wow, like, I never heard any of this. But, back when I was in, doing Artemino and stuff, like, nobody ever talked about fundamentals. Like, everybody kind of just like has the same level of art for like years and years, and I'm like, but it's so like I have to share it, you know, like, and not only that, but as a teacher, like I also have a responsibility to make sure that what's being taught is good. And so that's also like a motivator, right? It's like once you kind of start teaching, I don't know, how do I say it? I definitely, I didn't start off teaching like as like, oh, I've always taught as a kid. Like I never really had that. It was more like when I first started getting that experience, you know, making those Udemy classes. I was like, you know, that's actually kind of fun. It was fun, but also because I wish I knew this earlier, you know, and people need to know about it. Like people need to know that this is how to improve. Like, so I guess that's my very, 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 very long answer. Similar way with Colton in a way. It's like I wouldn't have gotten to where I am without those teachers, or without the proper instruction.
Yeah. I would actually add that, like,
Yeah.
I've had teachers that have made such a massive difference in my life, and I really, really, really respect them, and it inspires me. Like, I think teaching is its own art.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
being able to communicate ideas clearly and effectively to help students grow. And it's like teaching is not just explaining information, it's also inspiring, because if you teach something awesomely but nobody's inspired to actually try it or practice it, then you haven't really helped people very much.
Yeah.
And in social media, it's so difficult because it's like you focus so much on giving those epiphanies and clicking moments, but then people actually have to go and practice it. So then we run live classes and assign homework and do mentorships and help people as well, like that. It's fun. I really enjoy it.
Yeah. I think I just started growing to like teaching. Like initially I didn't really, once you start something you realize that you get into a hobby and you're like, oh, I actually kind of like this, and then it grows the more you do it. And now that I do it as a profession, I'm like, yeah, I'm a teacher. Like I like it. Like my first instinct is to teach. Obviously, unless it's emotional, then I'm like, oh, okay, I'll listen. You know, listen to your problems. I don't know.
I have a weird question. Is color theory the same in acrylic painting versus digital painting? Yes, color theory is the same. It's a universal like concept. Color theory is the same whether it's photography, painting, digital art, traditional art. That's not to say the medium is the same. But color theory, like warm colors versus cool colors, grays being neutrals, you know, yellow, green, the color wheel, all of that, like it's a universal thing. You can learn it anywhere. Mixing colors is going to be a little bit different, like how you get to a certain color, and also the limitations of the medium itself. Like you cannot mix certain colors that you could get digitally. Like those really crazy saturated neon greens are very difficult to get, you know.
Yeah.
Like traditionally in digital art you can just color pick it and it's there. Also, screens are backlit, so digital art is a little bit different because screens are backlit, whereas traditional paintings are lit from the front. And so you generally have a light pointed at the painting, whereas on a digital canvas,
light is
coming from behind, from within. So, but that doesn't affect color theory, it just affects the medium.
Oh, another reason why I like teaching, or like to teach, is because it helps me with continue to draw. And fundamentals.
Yeah, I would not be nearly as diligent with certain things if I didn't have to teach them, because where I would fudge it and be lazy, I'm just like, but if I'm lazy, then the students are also going to be negatively affected.
Yeah.
I find it really fun to learn something new because I think, oh my gosh, I can't wait to teach this. Like,
I
it's gonna
know,
be cool.
right?
It's like everything that I learn, I immediately think of how I would apply it to being taught and explaining.
Yeah.
And also, I think you learn better when you have to teach something because it really tests your knowledge on a subject.
It does. That's your knowledge and application.
Y'all are great educators. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I try.
Can you guys explain the Y method for boxes? I don't really know what you mean.
What is the Y method?
Y method?
You mean like this? And then you find a corner? Is that what you mean? Because that's the only Y that I see.
I think in terms of X, Y, and Z.
X, Y, and Z.
Like 1, 2, 3, right? Right, X, Y, and Z dimensions. And I could go X, Y, and Z. Like that sort of thing. But when in reality, it's like, you know, X, Y, and Z. In my brain, it's this. And so then I just, you know, turn it into a box.
Genius.
It's 3 dimensions.
I heard you guys talking about knees earlier. Can I see how you do those? Yeah, how did you
I've
do
just
knees?
been experimenting with knees. I have a really hard time doing knees, unfortunately. And so I've been trying to figure out how to do them a little bit better. And so I was thinking, right, my theory is if I treat them a little bit more like its own thing, like upper leg, knee, and then lower leg, maybe that would work better for me instead of like trying to draw through all of it. Like, obviously I want to have consideration to the whole, right? Because like figure drawing is holistic. You want to really focus on the holistic part of figure drawing. But I figure that it might be worth trying to draw knees as like a separate kind of, think about them separately and together, if that makes sense. I don't know. And that's literally just what I meant, like what I was talking about before. And that's what I tried to do here with this figure, as I was just like, what if I like treated it as a separate but also the same? Like, if I have like a cylinder and then I have, I don't know, like a box. And then I have another cylinder. Not that this is a knee necessarily, but I'm talking about like the components, right? And then I go in and go, oh, these are actually morphed together into one unit. Like, I wonder if that would be more helpful. I mean, that's the only thing I've said about knees today, is when I struggle a lot with something, I try to figure out different ways to approach it. And so, like, that's, you know, because, like, if I can get something, a good base down, like, I'm good. Like, I'm golden. Like, I'm pretty happy with
just kind of
with it.
Getting it good enough.
Yep. If I can get a good start, the rest is going to be much easier.
Yeah. Let me think. How do I do knees?
Its own unit is smart. Knees are huge mechanisms. They're very large. They're big.
Yeah.
And so, honestly, I have no idea. Like, I don't do knees very much.
Well, if you look at like ball joints and stuff, they have a whole ball jointed dolls. They have like a whole section for it.
And then if you look at the knees of like mechs and stuff, they'll usually have its whole own like kneecap, and like there's a whole mechanism in there, in humans too. And then they'll have like a kneecap mechanism.
Hey, I generally see knees like this.
Totally.
It's like I think of it like the ball joint of a doll, but over that piece, there's like a little separate piece on top that kind of looks like this kind of shield shape. But this is too obvious, so what I do instead is I take that line out and I have to make it more aesthetic. So the knee bulges out, comes down, and then you get your shin, and then you get like this kind of effect. And so this is describing that bump that you see in here. That's what I've noticed for myself whenever I draw knees.
Maybe I should draw more ball jointed dolls in order to get better.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they'll have this entire mechanism for the knee in a ball jointed doll. Like, this is ball jointed doll, like a knee.
Well, that's cool.
So like I would study this and be like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Like, you'll notice that is really, really interesting, right? It's like the leg comes out. We got like the cylinder, but it's actually not this. It's that. And then this comes up. And then there's like a ball in here. And then the lower leg is this.
It's like a shin guard.
But it's actually not this.
Yeah.
It's like that. And so you put that on there. Like, that's cool. Like, to me. And then, you know, you have like a little overlap there. If I were to learn how to draw knees better, I would look at how other industries like ball jointed dolls and stuff actually simplify them. And the thigh, it doesn't look quite like that. It looks more along the lines of like that or something, like as a simple rough like simplification, maybe more like that. And this kind of could go maybe like that. Sartorius comes down here, hooks in behind here. So like I'm combining anatomical like knowledge with what I'm also seeing here. And I'm also doing dimensional drawing. And I know like with the knee, the calf comes out like that. It'll be like that. You got your tibialis anterior. You got your tibia. And then we'll go ankle. Like that. I would probably do breakdowns of this.
It's cool.
Ball. Foot. The foot kind of like, to me, I break the foot into 3 pieces. I like the arch. The toes. And then the heel, which is kind of like
Yeah.
that. I was like, what's the heel?
Whoa, that was perfect in perspective too.
Okay. I've been practicing doing that, by the way. Like, I'll draw something else and then I'll move it over. And then that would kind of sit on top of this, right? And it'd be like that. Let's see. Let's see if I can be lazy here. Can I do it? Can I be lazy? Probably not. I guess a little bit. But we want the practice, so we're going to draw it again. Down to the floor. 1, 1, 2. What is it? 1, 2, 3, or Christina?
Huh? What?
1,
Yeah,
2,
1, 2, 3.
3. Wait,
Wait.
3?
No. 3 on the
3,
for the
1 in
heel.
the back?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have our back piece. How did I draw that?
I think it's a bit lower. Is it?
Like
Yeah.
that. And then we have our arch piece.
Which is the second piece.
Yeah, which is like here. And then we have our toe piece. Kind of like that.
Yeah. Looks like knight armor feet. Yeah, it kind of does.
We'll draw this again. That's better. And that's how I break it down. I just do a bunch of studies like this, trying to understand things from simple, very simple ways. And I would put these all in a folder on Pinterest because they're super cool. They're also kind of creepy, but they're cool. And
Yeah,
I would look at them, and if I really wanted to get nerdy about it, I would absolutely 1000% 3D print my own ball joints and put them together and see how they work. And I'd probably try to model one in 3D as well, most likely unsuccessfully.
Yeah.
And I would look at how some ball jointed dolls, like this one is really cool in my opinion. Like this one,
Ooh, that
it
one's
like
really
comes
cool.
together.
Let's hope they don't flag us.
Yeah, I want to do like this. This one like comes together like here. Crap, I keep doing that. There we go. This one's cool. This one like comes together. It's like a more of a doll. It's not a very good angle of it. It's cool. Ooh, that's cool. and I would just go down the rabbit hole. I'd go on like a generational Pinterest run, just finding everything I could, and then I'd start to sort through it.
Yeah.
I'd start to sort through it and try to figure out what's most useful to me and what's not, right? And I wouldn't really care that much about proportions. Like at this stage, and I'm not even really trying to draw feet. At this stage, I would be like, okay, what do we got going on here? Like, here's this thigh. This is cool, right? Maybe I draw it from a mirrored perspective. So we got like the knee. Like this maybe. And then I've got this part. And this goes in and comes out. And here's the calf. Like, that's kind of cool. I find this incredibly rewarding as well. Like, learning and exploring and learning stuff is one of my favorite parts about art. It's not about making amazing drawings. Like, I see that more of a bonus. If I'm learning something and I'm getting better and I'm growing, like, so fun. Like, have you ever, like, played a video game and you're like trying to battle these bosses or these people in the game, and you just suck at it, like you can't beat them at all, and then all of a sudden you like fight 3 and you beat all 3 of them in a row, and you're like, whoa, it's like the most rewarding feeling ever. That's how I see art. Like, beating the game to me is not the fun part of playing a game. The fun part of playing a game is like acing a mission or beating an enemy in 2 hits that you used to struggle against.
Oh, yeah.
That to me is the most rewarding part of a video game, and that to me is the most rewarding part of art, is like understanding something that you struggled with in the past. And it's like the grind, the training arc part. It's so fun and so rewarding doing that. And so when people are like, oh, I get so burned out to art, how do I get better faster? I'm just like, or how do I make amazing illustrations as fast as possible? I'm just like, I don't even attempt. I don't even try to take that approach. I enjoy the ride. That's my strategy with art, is the more I enjoy the ride, the more I'm going to dig into the weeds and become a nerd about this kind of stuff. And the more successful an artist I'll become in the long run. Like, that's exactly... I've got a lot of images up. That's exactly what I think. Like, how do I become an amazing artist in a super short amount of time?
Like, is that really the goal? You know,
that's not my goal. If you want it to be your goal, you're probably going to burn out and end up hating art.
Yeah, that's like a mindset that makes you burn out.
It is definitely a mindset that's very risky. Some people can do it. Most people can't.
It's once again because it's performative based rather than the process.
Yeah, it's like feels very performative based. And then I would go, okay, how do I treat a knee like this? Okay.
I always think the knee parts, like with the tendons, are really interesting. Like this right here.
Oh yeah, that's
all those
really
tendons
interesting.
are like really interesting.
Okay, so we draw out like, let's just say we draw like a really simple foot here, right? So we do that, we draw this, here's like the toe box that we wanted, and then I go, okay, we'll leave the knee out. What the heck do we do with this knee, right? We treat it as like a separate unit. How did the ball jointed doll solve it? Well, it goes like this. Like, part of the knee is there, and it goes like that. And then the ball jointed doll is like this, and then it has this thing in here, right? Some of the ball jointed dolls, it looks like this actually touches this. It's like that. Like, that's kind of cool. Like, how would I treat that? And now it's like, okay, what would that look like if I bent the knee? We can even just go like this for now. So it's not a human. This is a doll.
Oh, that's cool. It's like a mech.
How do I avoid the burnout? I feel like people burn out when they feel like they're not making progress or they're not getting to where they should be fast enough. It's like, to me, it's like I feel like I always burned out when I was so focused on the future. And when I just enjoy the living or the present.
Enjoy the living.
Enjoy the living present. Yeah. I burn out less. It's like a
Yeah.
video game. Like, how do I burn out from playing a video game? It's like wishing I was level 99. How do I enjoy the video game? By spending all day woodcutting in RuneScape and just watching the logs come as they come. I don't know.
I think I don't think burnout is something that you can avoid, because you will get burned out sometime in your life. Like
Probably so.
It's more of just like, how can I create an environment that helps me to burn out less? And that feels a bit more like approachable. Like, what can I do to make art feel more enjoyable? And then so the burnout doesn't really feel like as much of a burnout. It more just feels like a little kind of have a bad drawing day, but that's okay. You know, like I'll definitely have bad drawing days. Burnout, like as in like, man, I just so don't want to draw anymore. Like I never felt that. Yeah, and I can say never, because I never felt it. You know, I've never felt like, oh my gosh, I so want to quit.
I've never really wanted to quit.
Yeah.
I've wondered if I've definitely been through some dark times, like more than Christina for sure, with art.
Yeah, you have.
Like I got right on the edge of just being like, I don't know if I want to keep doing art anymore. Not art wasn't the problem. It was my mindset, by the way.
Yeah.
Art wasn't actually the problem at all. Let's do this.
It's true. The art isn't the problem. It's the mind.
It was kind of cool. Let's make this thinner.
Like, also another thing is, if you treat art like a temporary thing, like, oh, I need to get good by the summer, or like, oh man, I just want to get good super fast. Like, it's not really a lifestyle thing anymore. You know, it's like when you make art your life, then it's like a long-term relationship. But if you're only doing it for temporary reasons, then it will just be a temporary thing. You will get more burnout.
Yeah, like I've committed to art for the long haul.
Yeah.
I'm going to be an artist my whole life. It may not be what I do for a living my whole life, but I'm going to pursue mastery of art till the day I die.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever that is, you know, it could be a long time, it could be soon, who knows?
Mm-hmm.
And if I only was like, I need to get as amazing as possible, then it's like I only get payoff when I get there. But with my mentality, I get payoff from art every single day. Every single time I show up and enjoy learning, I'm getting, you know, ching, ching, ching. Like if I only considered myself successful, or if I only allowed myself to enjoy art when I feel like I'm amazing, then it's just like I'm investing in something my entire life that I may never get.
Yeah.
But if I get rewarded from art on a daily basis as I do it, I'm getting returns from my investment every single day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if I did little knee studies, I would do this. And then I would go, does that feel right? Yeah, look at this. I just stick them right there.
Wow, that looks good. Thanks, Three Cats. They said I would always fall out of art because I had no clear path forward until art school and your classes.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's so sweet.
I'm glad to hear it. How's that? That's pretty cool.
Ooh, that does look really cool. I got frustrated when I was decent at pen and paper, and moving to where you look at the screen and draw on the tablet feels like I was starting over entirely.
Yeah, I know what you mean. There's going to be a learning curve for sure, but you're definitely not starting over entirely. It's just, it feels like that at times because it's just like so not what you want to turn out. I get it. I've been there. That's not too bad. I kind of like drawing knees like this.
Looks good.
Like as a start, and then maybe I didn't really see what the front looked like. But I know knees have like this double kind of like thing like this.
Yeah.
And they have this bulge right here. And then they have this area right here. And then the bone, the tibia kind of comes down like this. And then you've got your this and your calf, and it's asymmetrical like this. And then you've got your ankle, and it's higher on the inside, lower on the outside.
Mm-hmm. Look at this one.
I drew my leg on the different layer. Oh, that's great. Save
That's
that.
kind of how I do it as well.
Save that too. Breakdown.
I like
Yeah,
it.
there's like that really big bulge. Like they'll draw like the thigh, and this will be like that. And then this will kind of come in, and they'll have this like really big bulge like this. And then it'll kind of be like that. Kind of like that. And some people will draw like a shield shape, which is kind of cool, I guess.
I don't know how else to describe that shield shape. It just looks like a shield to me.
Yeah. Like you get that shape a lot in sci-fi, by the way.
Yeah, and
like
deltoids.
Sci-fi design, yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. You know.
I tend
And
to
all
break it down
these-
like this too. Sometimes if I want to go more planar,
You know.
I'll kind of use this.
Interesting. I guess it like wraps around the front of the knee like you drew. It's like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
By the way, so much sci-fi design is anatomical knowledge and shapes that show up in nature constantly. You're just like reskinning it essentially.
Reskin. Like crustacean shells? I guess so, yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah,
cool.
just from everywhere, like constantly. Like people are taking shapes from nature and real life and constantly applying them to different things. That's where sci-fi artists get their inspiration. Sci-fi is very difficult. It's really, really hard to design for sci-fi. I did draw a face on this one.
I really like that. That's a really cute pose. Now turn it to Miki. It's your assignment. I gave up asking other artists for advice on certain things because they would gatekeep at times. Interesting. The only times I would say like quote unquote gatekeep is if I just don't really know the answer. Then I'll be like, I don't know the answer.
Gatekeep things like what?
Yeah, like what do they gatekeep? Like what do they say when they gatekeep?
Because I don't know. Like I know for a fact that like there's definitely a lot of artists in the art community that are like they gatekeep. I don't particularly think most of them are very good. All of the really good artists know that like you get good by practicing a lot, and the information's pretty much out there.
Oh, they say things like I have my ways. Oh,
Interesting.
interesting.
It's possible at times they may just not feel like explaining it, or they're not teachers.
Yeah. Not all artists are teachers, and not all artists even know what they do. Like, since I'm more of an intuitive artist, there'll be times where I'm like, I have no idea what I just did. and I have to like kind of go back in and be like, how did I do this curve? Like, why do I think about this curve in this way? So some people can just be like intuitive artists, but not intuitive teachers.
Yeah, for sure.
Not that teaching is intuitive, but
I feel like this needs to get brought down.
oh yeah, there we go.
Oops. What is we got? Like basically this, right? Which
it's not
which
really
one
like
is
that.
the vastus medialis is like the low one, right?
Yeah.
And it's like this, and
mean-
I need to look at the leg muscles. I forget. Been a long time since I went over legs. Actually, I know. I got your leg muscle demo right here. Where the heck is it? It's so disorganized here.
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
There's the arm one.
Where the heck did oh, there it is. On the very left. Oh, sorry, on the very right. Sorry. Very, very right. Down, 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 down.
There. It's kind of like that. Yeah, the medialis and then the lateralis. Okay. I know the muscles. I just need to memorize exactly the forms and the size and the location.
I had some artists get mad at me because our styles were too similar. Ah, welcome to the amateur art world.
Yeah.
Welcome to the amateur art world. That's just it's just because a lot of people want to think that they're original, and when or they have like this art thievery is on their mind, right? So I mean, I've experienced this exactly, where it's like I had an art piece and then some person got mad at me because they thought I was copying them, and it was like this huge, like, it was a silly drama. It's not huge, but yeah, like, it's because art thievery and or like they want to be original, and when they see someone else basically doing the same similar things, because nothing's new under the sun, they get very like their sense of self as an artist gets kind of damaged.
Yeah.
Internally, like, they don't know that they're doing that. They genuinely think that they're doing something right by being annoyed by someone, right? Like, they genuinely think like, oh my gosh, our styles are similar, like, that's horrible. And they
like,
have no idea what they're being angry about.
It's like I'm not like other girls, and then they see another girl exactly like them, and they're just like, she has the same shirt as me. It's kind of like that. It's common. It happens a lot.
Yeah.
Some people never outgrow it. Some people do.
Yeah.
Like, as far as I'm concerned, you just draw what you want. Like, draw what you draw.
Yeah. I literally had a comment, which I think is actually more flattering. Like, someone said that my style looks like this Vivianos art style. And the Vivianos was the one that made Alien Stage, which is incredibly popular. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's kind of fun. That's really nice. But, like, I don't determine my self-worth as an artist by my style.
Or by your uniqueness.
Or by my uniqueness. Exactly. Like, I just draw because I draw and I like it. My style is not unique at all. I don't think it's that unique.
Yeah.
Because I take a lot of, I don't know, I guess I take what I like and what I also see as very commonplace in anime styles, and then I try to teach it. But other times I'll like experiment, and then it naturally starts becoming mine, you know. But yeah. But I think even if there's like people who have similar art styles, like the flavor is always gonna be very different because people are people. You know, people are unique in and of themselves.
Elbows? Your elbow is technically your ulna, and it goes to the pinky side. Your elbow is like a wrench. Bone-wise, I'm not super amazing at elbows.
I've seen it. Will Weston break it down like this.
Yeah, that's like bent elbow.
Yeah, bent elbow.
Elbows technically are, you got your humerus and your upper arm, right? Your shoulder is a true ball joint. Woo. Although my shoulder is kind of messed up because I tend to sleep with my arm up and it hurts.
Oh, I didn't know that your shoulder was
right?
messed
I'm
up.
not the most amazing humorous artist. But your humerus is kind of like your humerus is kind of like this. I'll get rid of these stupid marks. Get out of here. Okay. Humerus is kind of like this. And then it sort of comes out like this. And there's like this groove here. It's like this sort of thing. Doesn't really matter that much. But the important thing is that your ulna actually connects to the middle here. And it like hooks around it like a wrench. So maybe like in side view, it's kind of like... It's kind of like this, right? Like this. This being your ulna. And this is a boop, boop. It's a hinge, kind of like this. It doesn't like have a lot of wiggle left and right. It's like actually a hinge. So it just goes like this. And the rotation of your arm is your radius going around from the outside, by the way. Your radius is like out here. and it wraps around this. Here's your ulna. Let's just say ulna. And your radius kind of goes like this when your hand is down, which is called pronation. And the radius is kind of like this when your hand's supinated. And so the elbow, you tend to get these like bumps on the side. These like, I think they're called like epicondyles.
Condyle.
And then in the middle, you get this part. So it tends to look like that. Right? But you have to understand that, like, you can also actually just trace your ulna to your pinky side. So you'll see, like, on my arm, like, right here, you can touch your elbow, and you can touch that bone all the way to this bump on your pinky, and you will see that a lot on people. There's, like, muscles there and stuff, but, like, you'll see that bone. And so Christina's much better at drawing this than I am. So, like, if you have an arm that, say, maybe like this,
You're not showing
right?
it, unfortunately.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
You're going to draw this for them.
Oh, I'm gonna draw it.
You'll see, like this. Actually, I'll just show it. Like,
Well,
this is
I mean, I
really,
think it
this
looks
is a really
good.
crude drawing. But these extensors connect on your upper arm here. And then here's, like, your wrist, right? And then you'll have, like, your flexors down here. And so this is your elbow. This line right here is your ulna. This will kind of connect like that. And then maybe you'll have, like, your hand kind of like that, right? So and then you'll have, like, different, like, bumply doos and stuff in here, right?
You know, it's very much like the shin.
So I tend to look for this line a lot of the time. I tend to
Yeah,
look
that's
for this
good.
line a lot of the time. And you'll have this bulge here. Flexors, they pull your fingers down. Your extensors, right, your bicep and, like, your tricep and stuff is, like, up here. Your deltoid would connect, like, up here. That's how I think about arms. Again, I haven't actually spent a lot of time drawing and studying arms. Christina draws a lot more arms than I do. She's very good and intuitive at them. Like, her arms are great that she draws.
I like drawing forearms. I only like drawing this part of the forearm. And that's it. I mean, I also like to think of kneecaps and elbows are very similar, actually. Like, actually, one thing I'll do is just to get a quick elbow in, I'll do a cylinder here and a cylinder, you know, whoever facing away from us, like this. And then I'll connect this part with a box.
That works really good.
Like, I think that helps me to get, like, the general direction of the elbow, and it helps me to then add more stuff.
And I mean, setting it up with a cylinder makes it so easy to add stuff like the tricep on the back. It's just like,
boom.
yep. That's your hamstrings. Your tricep is literally your
tricep is your
hamstrings, by the way.
Yeah. And then
They have 3 connections, so they're called the triceps. There's like 3 muscles. See, the funny thing is what is it, Christina? Your gastrocnemius and your soleus are the triceps of the legs, right?
yeah.
But
Yeah.
then the tricep of the arm is just a tricep because they like consider it one muscle, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like a group of 3 or something.
That's interesting. I will notice that elbows tend to have, like, when it's bent, tends to look like this. So some people do this as elbows, or they do this as elbows, but that's not really accurate. It's more like you got it straight, kind of goes down, and then has a little nub like this. So when you get this shape, it's more accurate than these two. And then when you add it on here, it's like, okay, there's that little nub. There's like two little side pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And then what you can do is you can just take this, line up like that, and you're like, ooh, that's an elbow. I did that in here. Right here's that little bump. I also like to add like a little padding on the side because that's what I generally see a lot of the time. There's like a fat pad there. There's so many fat pads, honestly.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, this is a great breakdown by Taco.
Oh, that's
good.
perfect.
Looks perfect.
That's really good.
We need that. Our breakdowns. And look. There's that box. Cylinder, then a little box on the bottom. Or it's even like a little triangular prism.
Yeah, like on my arm, you can see it right there. Like, there's that. What's it called? Extensors. There's the flexors, the bulge. And then here's that part that goes there.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of buried. There's the elbow.
Ooh, here's another one. Diamond shape. Not diamond shape. It's not. It's like a crystal shape, but it's longer, right? Extensor, forearm.
Yeah. That crystal shape right there is the end of the ulna.
Yeah.
It is literally the bottom part of the ulna that hooks around. It's this. That crystal shape she just drew is this.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, yeah. It is.
Or like this right here. So like you learn the anatomy, but you have to draw it a bunch of different times from reference and angles to really like solidify it. I'm absolutely not the type of person who believes that you just memorize a bunch of muscles and all of a sudden you can draw people. I've never seen it happen before.
Yeah.
Once. Never seen anybody learn the muscles and then they can draw people, because like people drawing is so much more holistic and about like understanding how everything fits together than just a bunch of muscles. People think they need to do like a deep dive into an anatomy book and learn the names of all the muscles in order to be able to draw people.
Not necessarily. No. It's good to know the basics.
Where can I get Christina, where can I get a reference of the muscular anatomy you made with the colors and names of muscles? That's from Anime Art School.
That is from Anime Art School.
That reference is her actual reference sheet that she builds in real time in our Anime Art School class, the anatomy and figure drawing class.
Yep.
So like the one that I keep showing, that is actually instructor demo from the school.
Yeah.
So that's where you can get it. It is in the class. Otherwise, we have a full muscle anatomy breakdown inside of our books.
Oh yeah, we do.
The one in volume 2 is better.
Yeah, it is better.
Look at this simplification of knees.
Oh, that's good. That is good. That's like the shape I use, sort of. But like there's more to it. Oh, that's good.
That's cool.
That is really
And
good.
look at
I need
this
to do that.
simplification of the feet. That's interesting.
Oh, hold on.
It's like a different
This
version
is
of
fun.
that. Yeah. What the heck is this pose, bro? Look at this weird pose. Kind of cool.
That is cool.
What? This is a Miki pose.
Yes.
Let's say that. Oh my gosh, dude. Wait. I need to draw Miki like that.
Yeah, you do. Miki's like funny. She's like
Yes,
silly.
she's the
like,
butt of a joke.
She is the butt of a joke.
And the funny thing is that like Miki is the butt of a joke, but Jake is also the butt of the joke.
But they're different kinds of butt of the jokes.
Yes.
Like-
Miki's like feudal.
Yeah.
Jake is like he gets made fun of.
Yeah.
Miki is like the butt of a joke because everything she does goes wrong.
Yeah.
But Jake is the butt of a joke because it's like
It's fun. It's silly
it's
to
funny
make fun of him.
to poke fun at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything she does goes wrong. That's like it's so perfect, dude. It's so perfect.
It's
There's
so
my
perfect.
arm that I drew. It actually looks quite a lot
I
like
like
an
it.
arm.
It looks really, really good.
That's how I draw arms. My like baby anatomy,
Your
baby anatomy
studies.
studies.
Baby
Like, let's be honest.
anatomy.
This actually feels quite a lot like a leg. Like these feel quite a lot like legs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got Google. Okay. Let's get rid of these.
Now it's study time, sort of. It's so weird how TikTok was like, ew, it's inappropriate.
Yeah, it's
Even though
wonderful.
I've literally like done so many demos of like mannequin people.
Yeah, it's really weird. Maybe someone was passing by and reported it or something, and then that made them like,
Maybe.
who knows? There's no way to know. Maybe it
There's
was
no
someone
way.
we like muted another stream, and they're just like,
I'm gonna
or it was someone who's
revenge.
mad that we weren't playing Draw Me, so they're just like, ugh.
See, like I like breakdowns of torsos like this. but it's really difficult to describe. Like, it's very complex. That's why I always do boxes, but I need to make like prettier demos.
I think we should try both.
I definitely think that the AirPod method, I don't know, with arms is pretty useful. There's a joint, there's a humerus, or there's like your arm. Did I get help with compositions? I'm not great at it either. Composition is a lot about design. I feel like Colton's better explaining composition than I am. Yeah.
Kind of tired today of
Yeah.
teaching. We've been on for hours.
Yeah.
I would say if you want to learn about composition, check out Edgar Payne's Composition of Outdoor Painting book. It's much more graphical than you would think. Composition has so much more to do with this than anything else.
The statement.
The statement, the overall main statement of the piece is like the composition, and then everything in the piece, it's just like figure drawing, right? It's like you have all these muscles and bones and stuff, but they all refer to the gesture. In a landscape, you've got all these details, and in a background, you've got all these details and pieces, but they all refer to the composition. So in figure drawing, you've got an S and a C curve. In landscape, maybe you have an S curve as well, or maybe you have an A, or maybe you have an L, or maybe you have, right, and instead of muscles and bones and things, you've got trees and foliage and the sun and the clouds or buildings. And so it's like, do all of them line up? No, but they all work towards a common goal, and that common goal is like this. That's composition. And so it's not going to solve perspective issues. It's not going to solve lighting and color issues. It's not going to solve any of that. Like, all of these fundamentals work together, but it will, or it's like an arrangement of things towards a common goal. And you decide the goal. What is the goal? Is the goal an A? Is the goal an L? Is the goal, you
Mickey
know,
getting hit by a volleyball?
yeah, is the goal Miki getting hit by a volleyball? Exactly.
It's like, ah. Hello, Ethan. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, nice arm. Miki would totally be in like the volleyball club or something.
Yeah. Yeah, she totally would. And this would be like common, like average Miki day.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why I haven't thought about it like that. Thank you so much. You're very welcome.
Awesome.
Yeah, its composition is not intuitive.
Yeah.
It doesn't really come easy
Composition is like the gesture.
of your
Yeah.
Piece.
It's like gesture.
But there's also no right or wrong way to do it. It's just more like, how do you organize your piece to make the
Yeah.
statement the way you want it.
That's yeah, exactly. That's all it is. It's just like, how are you organizing your piece? Like, you are going to be organizing your piece whether you want to or not.
Yeah.
It's like the piece is organized. It's just, are you thinking about it consciously or not? Like, you dump all the Legos out on the ground from a new Lego set. It's like, there is an organization to it. It's just, they're everywhere. You didn't do it. Nature did it. The heck does a volleyball look like, dude? Volleyball. The heck? Oh, I see. It goes zoom, zoom, zoom. There it goes. Christina.
What?
Volleyballs look like this.
It's a hair bun. Ah.
And then they just go zoop. Zoop.
Ah. That's genius.
That's genius. This one looks better than that one.
You're just gonna swap it?
No, I mean, yeah, why not?
Hey, Captain.
Let's just do that. Hey, Captain Butt America. There we go. That's Dry Anime Academy's. Speaking of booties, let's do this.
Oh, that's a good one. How do you draw sun rays? You don't really draw them, you imply them with shape. Like, I mean, if you're gonna draw like a sun rays from a cloudy day, you would show the sun rays by making a light strip that is in front of the darkness, if that makes sense. Like, because the light is shining through a dark area, you'll see it that way. That makes sense.
Should I do that?
Yeah, do it like that.
L.
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 Anna.
Dude, Miki is such a hibiki.
Mm-hmm.
Crap, we need to finish that show.
I know, right?
So funny. Oh, volleyballs are like this. They've got like a strip. And then this is the part that goes like that. And they're like this. So on this side, it's like this. On this side, it's like this. And on this side, it's like this. And on this side, it's like that. Oh, I was only looking at them from one angle, but a volleyball, it's like got strips.
Got strips.
I bet you anything they're shaped like this when they're laid flat. Or probably even actually just like this. Anybody ever disassembled a volleyball? Can you confirm or deny that this is what one of the strips look like? And then how many strips are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? And then from the side, it looks like that. Interesting.
She sounds like the typical running late for school with a piece of strawberry toast in their mouth kind of character. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like the whole...
I'm late. Ah! Oh, that's so cute. Why is that mouth so cute? No, you should do this face too. Oh my gosh.
What? Yeah. That's cute.
Oh, that's Miko. Oh, never mind. No, that's Miki.
Yeah. They do like. This piece is so dumb. That would be a fun prompt
It
for
would be a fun
challenges.
prompt.
It'd be like, oh, draw your OC failing at sports.
Yeah,
Hey, maybe we do that one of these next coming weeks.
that'd be a bad idea.
How about draw your OC either succeeding or failing at sports? I like giving people the option.
Yeah.
Like, because some characters are always successful and some characters are, it's really funny when they're foiled.
Yeah.
Like Rubio,
Yes.
super funny when they're like foiled.
Mm-hmm.
But other characters, it's just like Tira, for
Ooh.
example. Like,
She'd be
Tira failing at sports would be funny, but Tira succeeding at sports would be like,
better. Like, she got this gymnastics done, and the swimming's really good.
she's model citizen. I like giving people the choice if possible. It's fun. I'm not really paying attention to chat right now.
Nah, chat's okay.
There we go.
Looks great. Hey, Benji.
Benji.
Oh, my
How would what would the knees be like on this one? Probably maybe like
I don't know. Probably like, yeah, like that. That's good. That one will be straight out.
oh, you think it'd just be straight like that?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cuter. I like to have like a one leg bent, one leg straight. Or slightly bent and one more straight.
Maybe it'd be more like that.
Yeah, that looks good. Nice stance.
You do like to have one leg bent, one leg straight. I never really thought about that. I really need to practice like poses more. Did you say Benji's here?
Yeah, Benji's here.
How's it going?
Oh, she's thick.
Yeah, I kind of made her really thick for
That's
some
fun.
reason.
Don't worry, I made her thick before on our cover.
You did make her very thick on our book cover.
I also made Miko pretty thick on the book cover. Oh well.
Maybe we'll make this shoe facing us a little bit. We've been watching the Maze Runner movies the last couple days. We watched the first two.
That's good.
Very underrated zombie movies, I'm not gonna lie.
Horror. They definitely have a lot of horror elements, which I really like.
Yeah,
It actually generally makes me jump scared.
it's been fun. You get jump scared when there isn't even a jump scare. You get jump scared when the scene changes. You're like, oh, oh, oh.
I do, don't I?
Oh, it's so funny.
Ooh, awesome Midnight Cup. They're making a game based off based off of the first Maze Runner movie. Oh, that's
really?
cool.
That's funny. That's funny.
Books are so much better. I feel like a lot of times the books are always so much
Oh, they
better.
always are. Almost always.
Like, I'm sure the Hunger Games, like, books were always, like, much better than the movies. They could only show so much in, like, a 2-hour movie or even 1-hour movie.
I feel like movies are art projects where they try to, it's like a lot of movies, I feel like they're kind of just like fan fictions or like fan arts of
yeah,
books,
they're
but
like,
in just
like
like
an homage.
video format.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't realize that my screen was on the whole time.
Oh, that's fine.
Just like struggling to draw Nikki with thick thighs or something.
Oh, no, it looks great. No, keep it. Keep it. Your drawing looks way
What
better
do
than
you
mine.
have?
No, I'm
Ooh, Ray.
drawing Ray as a knife fighter. Well, I was thinking of since I designed some outfits for her, I was thinking of making like a little collection of drawings that feature her in those outfits in different
Nice.
poses.
Excited about challenges? Awesome. Sounds fun. I love spending my afternoon watching you guys learning and getting inspired at the same time. That's fun.
Yay!
You get jump scared when the opening starts? No, absolutely
No.
not. Never in a million years. What? I guess. Like, I guess it would make sense. Could work. Nothing scary happens in the beginning of the movie, though. That's
No.
the thing. It's like you don't anticipate anything scary to happen in like 2 seconds, right? Weird. That's so funny, though. I love it. Like, oh my gosh, it's the beginning. Maybe you're like scared of a really good movie that's gonna be over. It's like, I'm scared. It's gonna be over soon. One less movie that I can see for the first time.
I want to find poses that don't feel so like acted. I want to find more like natural poses, but I guess it's kind of hard to find.
Huh.
Like fighting poses that aren't like super choreographed, like it's like a still of the best shot ever. I want something that feels a bit more like raw. That's what I want to try to find.
I'm kind of ready to head out whenever you want.
Yeah, I can head out now, honestly.
Yo.
I'll finish this drawing later on my own time. Daisy poses are great. Daisy poses are great for gesture drawing as well.
Maybe I should make. What do you think? Should this one go up?
Yeah, go up. What you could do, Colton, as well, is you can do like little shin guards.
Like she would have shin guards, knees.
Or like kneecap.
You mean
guards.
like this?
Yeah, if you want, but I really like those thigh thingies. Nah, I like what you have. You don't need to change it to mine. You don't need to change to my idea. Or it would technically be a bit lower underneath the knees, like almost to the calves. Or yeah, like that. That's cute too.
It is really cute.
Up to you if you want to keep it.
I definitely draw. Like
But you
a
can also
painter.
do like
Socks?
higher socks
What
as
if it's
well.
like this?
Yeah, like that's exactly what I was drawing. Eee, cute. Boxing screenshots. You know, that's a great idea. That is a great idea. Great idea. Why didn't I think of that? Genius.
I feel like that works pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Although I don't really know much about boxing, I would just have to like look at the most viewed videos, I guess.
It's a stupid image. It's so funny. Miki is the girl that is a lot of the time she gets foiled, but some of the time she really pulls it off.
Yeah,
well.
yeah, for sure. Like you got to give her some wins.
There's like a 20%, 30% chance of her succeeding, which is like common enough, but it's also like a lot of the time it's foiled.
Yeah.
Some of the time it's just like that was
perfect.
perfect.
And it's good when it's perfect, you know? Like, yeah, finally. Honestly, you know the person that did the commission of Ray. I really like the idea of the bandages underneath the glove. I'm really liking it. I'm really digging it. Maybe I'll put that in.
Well,
I'm ready.
I am ready. Have you seen that game, that hide and seek game, painting game that's trending? Yeah, what's it called again?
Crap, I forgot. I had it with two letters in it, like that were like repeating, but I forgot.
I don't remember. Yeah, it is pretty funny. There's some pretty funny clips of that going around. I feel like we would probably play that sort of thing. Mecha Chameleon.
Yeah.
It's funny. It seems like a pretty funny game. We should probably jump on the trend and have fun with it and play it on stream and have a good time.
How much is it on? Is it on Steam?
But the keyword is should.
Should.
The keyword there is should. Sorry. Maybe we should. Maybe it would be fun. $5 to $7 on Steam. So which is it? 5 to 7 or 7?
Guess it can range. Right.
Well, everybody. Yeah, I kind of changed her.
I like it. I
changed these things to be like protectors instead of these
socks.
knee cover things.
I think that's pretty authentic, honestly.
We could even do something just like...
Ooh. Yeah. I'm playing Mecha Chameleon right now. Nice.
That's funny. Anyways.
Cute drawing. Very successful.
Have a great night, everybody. Don't forget, if your goal is to draw your own characters and stories from imagination, if you want to eventually make your own webcomic or manga, if you wish you could have gone to art school but you couldn't, we have basically a college replacement online that is a full art school that you can take at your own pace. So if you work full-time, if you work part-time, this is made for you. If you want to draw from imagination, learn the fundamentals so you can make cool stuff.
Yeah.
This is perfect for you.
This is the one.
It's called Anime Art School. There's a bunch of different classes. It is a 1-year-long program, totally self-paced. Although there are mentorship options available.
Yes.
You can check it out on drawanime.com. It's going to be the yellow button on that page. It says like Anime Art School, and you can find out all about it there if it's something that interests you. Have a phenomenal night. We are going to be heading off. Thank you, everybody. We'll probably be going live often on TikTok.
Oh yeah, we'll have it next year.
Stuff like that.
Or we'll have this school for as long as
And yeah, awesome. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.
Bye
and we will be talking to y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I don't actually know at all. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Good stuff.
So strong.
Bye-bye. Bye, Benji. Bye, Brayden.
Bye.
Noki, Fairy Pad. Awesome. See you YouTube as well. La 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 later.
Bye.
Bup. Bup. And bye bye YouTube.
Bye bye.
Boop.